Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing. I have got some echo from my live stream. I've muted it, so all is good. I am super excited for this live stream. It's been a few days in the planning, and I've been so excited. I've got amazing guests for you, and we're going to shout out your Twitter profiles and get you some reviews and feedback as well at the same time. So let's go through and do some intros. I want to catch up with the chat because the chat is busy. While you're there, give this video a thumbs up. So the amazing guests that we have today, let's go through. I brought up their Twitter profiles in order. Oh, we have some more. I think my StreamYard has to scroll to bring up more people. So perfect. Okay, here we go. Even more amazing guests. Thank you all and welcome. Okay, let's do this. I have my screen ready and shared. So everyone say hi in the chat. I think we've got everyone down the side. Okay, I don't think we're missing anyone. All is good. Right, let's get started. No, we're not going to do intro of me. We'll go straight on. We'll do Francesco first. So Francesco, everyone probably knows who you are already, but please give yourself an intro.
Hi everyone, I'm Francesco, developer advocate at Daily Dev, 38, almost 39, from Rome. I do many things, especially in social media, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, whatever. So I'm super excited. I've already done this some weeks ago, so now we are turning into Twitter reviewer professional. So let's get started, Eddie. I can't wait.
Perfect, brilliant, love that. So next up on my tab, we have Kunal. Kunal, please give yourself an intro.
Hey everyone, I'm Kunal. I work as a developer advocate at CO. I'm a content creator, active on Twitter, YouTube, run some communities, active in CNCF mostly. But yeah, you can find more about me on my profile, but yeah.
Perfect. I'm going to share these in the chat as well, but everyone's Twitter is in the description below as well. So Kunal, thank you so much for the intro. And next up we have Emma. Emma, please give yourself an intro.
Everyone. So my name's Emma. I am a career changer from beauty into tech, and I have just done 6 months in tech like the other day. So just a little celebration there, yay!
Awesome.
Yeah, and so I'm really pleased with how everything is going, and I suck at intros, so I apologize for that. And yeah, just really proud of the progress, and it's all from Twitter and the community and Eddie Hub especially as well, and I'm really happy that I'm also an Eddie Hub ambassador. So
awesome.
That's me.
Thank you for the shout out. Really appreciate it. So next on my tab list, we have Simon. Simon, we all know you from FeedHive and your YouTube channel. Please give yourself an intro.
Hello, everyone. I'm Simon, online entrepreneur and programmer, and CEO of a small tech startup. And I am particularly excited tonight because this is my first time ever being live on Eddie's YouTube channel. So hi, everyone.
Awesome. I'm so excited. I've never had so many people on a live stream. I'm quite nervous, to be honest, but it's going to be fun. And hopefully we're all going to have fun at the same time. And Naomi, thank you so much for the $20 donation. Wow, I really appreciate that. Okay, so next up, we have Emma Dawson. Emma, please give yourself an intro.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. I'm also called Emma. I'm also an Eddie Hub ambassador, soon to be software developer. I start my first job in like 2 weeks, and love doing open source and accessibility and all that sort of thing. And I'm also not very good at doing introductions either. So
introductions are hard, but Emma does help so many people in the Eddie Hub, always helping me with my React stuff and GitHub and so many amazing things. So do check out all our amazing people on stage. You should check out their Twitter, and a lot of them have a YouTube. I think they all have YouTube. Graham doesn't yet, but we will convince him. But yes, so do go check those out. And funny enough, next up we have Graham.
So I can see your DMs, Eddie, so that's fun. I just thought I'd give you a heads up on that.
Close the DMs.
Thank you.
There we go. So, hey, everyone, I'm Graham. In my spare time, I'm a professional Twitter troll. But during the day, I work at a company called Daily Dev with a fantastic dev advocate called Francesco. And I love
Never heard of him. Never heard of him.
I know. He's some up-and-coming guy on Twitter. He might get 1,000 followers soon if he's lucky. And I also am a massive fan of accessibility, so obviously being in a space with Emma is amazing.
Awesome. Next up, last but not least, I think I covered everyone, is YK. And again, everyone probably knows who YK is. Definitely challenging Francesco on Twitter Space Addict. But YK, please give yourself an intro.
Hey everyone, I want to say I'm not addicted to Twitter Spaces. Twitter Spaces are addicted to me. So that's just one quick clarification. And hey, I'm YK, and I have a YouTube channel called CS Dojo where I teach programming and computer science. I'm a software engineer, and I'm a Twitter Space host. Like, if you have any questions about Twitter Spaces, that's, I'm probably one of the right people to answer that.
Awesome. And we're here to learn about Twitter. So we're going to have lots of discussions about that today. We're going to share some tips to begin with, everyone. And then we're going to review and shout out your profiles. And we'll share tips throughout the whole conversation. So I think I have shared everyone's links in the chat. If I haven't, let me know. And we have got 130 submissions here. If I refresh, 152. The link to submit your profile is in the description below. I will share it in the chat as well. What you need to do is go to the Eddie Hub support repo, new issue, and right at the bottom, you've got Twitter profile review, and then you put in your name and your Twitter link. So yeah, I'm super, super excited. So we've got quite 152. Let me share this link in the chat. You've all submitted it, because what I want to ask you to do is share the issue number in the chat, and we're going to start picking people at random. All right, let's do some tips. Let's do like a Twitter Space style. So you need to put up your hand. I don't know how you do that on a YouTube live stream, but let's go around and see if people can just unmute and so forth, and see. Let's share some tips. So who wants to go first? Like, if someone said to you, "Hey, I really want to take my account to the next level," what would your tip be to people listening? I think Graham has his hand up. He's actually physically on YK as well. Okay, actually physically putting up your hand. Okay, I don't know who was first. You have to fight it out between both of you.
I'll let YK go first.
Yeah, thank you for that, Graham. Graham is always nice that way. Yeah, so I would say, making a few friends is the first step. If you try to focus on and I'm mostly targeting like people with, not a lot of followers, but it applies to like people with a lot of followers too. So if you try to target 100 followers, 200 followers, 500, 1,000, that's a vague concept. It's hard to kind of visualize that. But if you try to make a few friends, anyone should be able to do it. So that's definitely the first step. So the way to do that is you interact with people, comment on people's tweets, DM them if you want. And just keep interacting, and then focus on depth rather than breadth of your relationships. So just keep interacting with those people you make friends with them, have coffee chats or stuff like that over Zoom calls, Google Meet calls, and then bring them over to Twitter Spaces. And I mentioned Twitter Spaces not because I like them, but because they work, especially July this year, right now, this is the best time to host Twitter Spaces. Like, whenever you host one, you get a lot of people. Even if you have 10 followers, 100 followers, 300 people can easily show up. Like, if you do it right, if you invite enough speakers. So that's my whole strategy right now. Just make a few friends, host Twitter Spaces. It's very simple.
Great tips. I'm just checking. There is a private chat as well. I completely forgot in StreamYard. Just to check, I didn't miss anyone out on the intros, right? We got everybody. Anyone?
Yeah,
shout out if I missed anyone. No, I'm good. Okay. If I do anything wrong or miss anyone, let me know. YK, great tips. I really like that. Twitter Space is such a great way. I think a lot of people, even just speaking on stage with somebody else, right? They, you can get lots of followers, but if you're hosting your own as well, obviously you get even more. So I love those. But when YK said DM people, he didn't mean me. Okay, don't DM me. DM YK. Graham, over to you. God,
yeah,
sorry,
my
YK.
DMs are closed.
Yeah, that's why you're say DM people, because your DMs are closed. I just tried to DM you when I couldn't.
Yeah, so when I say DM people, don't DM people with
hello.
I would say 500 plus followers. DM people with less than 500 followers. That's a good range to target, because they probably don't get a lot of DMs. But yeah, don't do it too much.
Over to you, Graham.
I love how YK always just says, yeah, DM people, keeps his DMs closed. Everyone thinks he's a nice guy. He's actually really evil, I've decided. But no, I'm also a massive fan of Twitter Spaces, and I can tell you as someone who is sat up here reviewing your profile and probably doesn't follow half my own advice. I don't tweet much, but I join a lot of spaces, and it is a great way to grow when you're a smaller, you've got a smaller following and make some really deep, meaningful connections. But the other tip I have is definitely, and you can see this in anyone who's managed to grow a big following, find a focus and talk about one thing. You don't have to talk about that one thing solely, but make it the primary thing that you talk about so that people know why to follow you. And hopefully we'll explore that more in the rest of this stream.
I love that. I've got one tip and no one's stolen it just yet. So I'm going to hold fire for the moment. Who's up next? Unmute, put your hand up. Yeah, go on, Francesco, over to you.
But okay, so basically to grow on Twitter, you have to make a place where you want to go back, and also you have to be patient. It's like when you are on a diet or you want to exercise, you can't expect results in one day. Like, oh, I made a post and I got 0 likes. I'm out of Twitter. Be patient. Wait weeks, months, and then you will understand what you want to do on Twitter. So just be patient. This is the only thing I want to do.
I love that. Kunal, go ahead.
Avoid getting cancelled.
What avoid getting cancelled?
Like, you get cancelled on Twitter. Try to be respectful to everyone. And, for folks who may not know what getting cancelled means that you say or you do something hurtful or harmful, and then you have to suffer the consequences. So in short, be a nice person. And if you don't know why someone is like hurting, so don't make it their job to educate you. That's what many people do. Like, someone says something, they're like, oh, why are you so upset about it? So if you don't understand, then try to educate yourself. And just be a nice person. Don't be bad to others. Empathy is key with social media. So so I want to mention as well. Yeah.
Always be a nice person. Being nice is so underrated. You never go far enough. So yeah, absolutely love that. I don't see anyone else's hand up. Oh, Emma, is that a hand up or just supporting?
Yes, but I'm just going to reiterate the same thing as what Kunal said. Like, most of my growth, especially, is because I'm kind and I'm positive and I'm all about those vibes. And I just go around and just support as many people as I can and try to lift everyone up with me. I do think Twitter Spaces is a really good approach. So when I was doing them like last year, I think before I even joined one, I hosted one. And it just kind of blew up from there. And I mean, if you can get on people's radar, that's always good. I mean, a shout out from, the Jack Forge, for instance, will not do you any harm. That definitely spiraled for me. But no, just bring your personality. That's what it's about. It's a social platform. Don't just like put loads of content on there and not engage with anyone. Like, it's just the wrong approach. So yeah, just chat with everyone, make friends, and have fun along the way.
Have fun along the way and make friends. Love that. Emma, Dawson, over to you.
Yeah, I noticed that my account was fairly stagnant for quite a while, and I didn't really understand why. I thought I was engaging quite a bit because I was sitting there reading Twitter a lot every day. But then when I had a look at my analytics, I saw that actually I wasn't posting every day. I just felt like I was because I was on there for such a long time. So being consistent, now I've started posting just a couple of times a day, scheduling those posts, one to go out in the morning and one to go out in the evening, and then going back and like responding to people that answer those things. And it's made such a difference to like how fast I've been growing on Twitter. So that would be definitely a tip as well.
So many amazing tips. I hope someone's making notes of these, and not by someone, it'll be someone on stage, someone in the audience making notes. Is going to take a screenshot and share it on Twitter and tag us, and we can reshare it and like it later on and engage it. Another great way to grow, right? Add value. So if if you take a screenshot of this and tweet it, say great space, tag all of us, we're all probably going to like it. But we're not going to retweet it because it doesn't add value to our community so much. Whereas if you said, tag all these people, great space, I learned tip number 1, tip number 2, tip number 3, we're going to reshare it because now it adds value to other people in our community. So we're going to retweet it and you're going to get more followers from it. So remember, always think to add value as well. That wasn't my tip. My tip was consistency, but I think someone stole that one. So I just thought of another one. YK, your hand's up. Just unmute, jump in, go ahead.
Sure. So just quickly related to that, I think asking questions publicly is super underrated. I said DMs, but DMs are like sort of the last resort. Like only do it if that's the only thing you can do. But other than that, just like ask questions publicly. Tweet at people. It's a great way to like get different perspectives and for more people to even like see the answers, questions. I think people are a lot more likely to respond to tweets than DMs. So, I would definitely recommend it.
Everything in public. Yeah, definitely. I love that one. I hope someone tweets that one, tag me, because it's my favorite one ever. So absolutely love that. I want to share one of my tips again. I want to jump in and abuse my power. And Simon hasn't spoken, so I want to speak on his behalf. So those of you who don't know, I use FeedHive for scheduling my tweets, and I probably won't do it justice. But for me, having like the calendar view and seeing how often I tweet and how often I don't tweet really helped me to get organized. Also, I can label certain tweets because I like to do different types of content. I like to do like one behind the scenes, like a picture of my laptop on the beach or wherever it is. I like to do a technical tip, I like to do a motivational, and you can give these labels in different colors. So I can look at my kind of week as an overview. And I can see, I'm not doing too much of one type of content. Still all focused on a niche, as others have suggested. But I want to make sure I kind of do different type to keep it authentic and spread it out. I don't want to do like all within 3 hours, like 10 tweets within 3 hours and nothing for the next 20 hours because you want to cover all time zones as well. So there are so many other features as well. But for me, that's one of the biggest ones. And then actually one last thing is I love how you can do the labels, as I mentioned, motivational, technical tip, and so on. I'll have to put clients against them if it's a paid tweet, and we can talk about that later on. Yes, you can get paid to do tweets. But the reason for that is I can then easily find their tweets and get the stats and share it with them because they're paying you for it. They want to see how the tweet did and so forth. Simon, did I do it justice?
Yeah, I think you did totally.
Okay. Cool. I'll practice. Okay. So we've had a few tips. We've been going for about 20 minutes now. Any final tips from anyone else, or should we jump in and start reviewing? We have passed over 100 likes, so thank you all so much. Francesco's doing some sort of action. I don't know if he's trying to drive a car or
jump.
Oh, jump. Okay, I wasn't sure.
Italian gesture.
Let's do it. Thank you all for the donation. We've had some amazing donations. Just seen. James has just come in. I think I've got another one that I might have missed as well. Denny as well. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. You're all awesome. You don't need to, but we really, really thank you so much. Oh, and there's one more from Priyank as well. Okay, we need it. Okay, sounds good. If anyone of the mods can help and share the more information about people donating, I would really appreciate that in the chat, even their Twitter link or something like that would be great. So, as I mentioned, we're going to do this. Let me refresh and see how many we've got. 169, 174 now. Okay, so who are we going to do first? So everyone share your issue number in the chat and we will pick at random and we will randomize who picks the number as well to make it random Inception stuff. So we have Uday at 118. Okay, let's go first. Let me bring that up. So let me just click on a random one.
I think he's talking about the likes.
Oh, that's not his number. Oh, okay. Thank you. Don't confuse me. But I'm glad someone's awake. Yeah, okay. Otherwise, yes, 119. Okay, makes sense. That is going super fast. This is like, I think, my most active stream ever. So, wow. Thank you all so much for being here. Let's look. Please don't spam your number multiple times until we ask for it. So we will keep asking for it every time. But don't keep spamming it as well. Okay, so who's going to pick a number? Let's have a look. Praduma, you happen to be, as the chat was scrolling on where my mouse was. So let's go. 443. Oh, 433. My bad. I'm thinking of SSL.
Pounds.
Is this the one? This is a
I think it's
discussion.
I think it's meant to be 4433.
I think this is a donation he wants to do.
Yeah,
One last try. No, we haven't got that one. Okay. Praduma, you're confusing me. I can't handle it. This is not off to a good start, but thank
Why
you
don't
for
we
being
do
patient.
4480 because Priyank did a donation.
Okay,
so why not
perfect.
give them the first one?
4480, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, let's have a look. Okay, we've got a Twitter profile. Hopefully my DMs are closed. Our DMs are already exploding. Okay, sounds good. Okay, thank you for the donation, Priyank. And what are all your first impressions? So who wants to go?
No header.
Graham, that was such like straight in there, no header. Sorry, Francesco, straight in there, no header. And I saw Graham's hand go up as well. Go on, Francesco,
yeah.
or Graham, or
Well,
Emma.
Francesco, you go.
Go
Anyone?
ahead.
There's
I'm
no
gonna-
bio listed.
Yeah, I think they're kind of missing some of the default information. Francesco, jump in. Go ahead.
Okay, no header and no bio. The pinned tweet is missing. There is no link to anything. But the worst thing is that it's not following Eddie Jode.
That's a good spot. Yeah, great points. Yeah, absolutely. And what do you? Anyone else? YK's got their hand up. YK, unmute. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I did a Twitter profile the other day, and there was like a bunch of common things that came up. All of them apply to this account, so I'm just going to quickly go through them.
Perfect.
So you should have a real profile picture. I don't know if that's you, but you should have a real profile picture ideally. Header, less important, but it's good to have. Bio, it should say something about who you are, but at the same time, why people should follow you. Same thing with pinned tweet. But like at this point, like when you have 5 followers, the first step is, like I was saying, just make a few friends. Like, make those bio, header, profile image, and then make a few friends. It's my suggestion.
Great suggestions, and you're right. I think people might think it's because of the profile picture. It might be them, but they might think it's like an account of a kid or something like that. So yes, have something that's maybe more up to date. I'm sure you're probably a bit older than this, especially if you can donate money as well. So yes. Okay, Emma, so your hands up. I didn't see you, Emma. Just unmute, jump in.
I was going to say what's in the tweets and replies and stuff. I like to sort of look.
Oh, I like that. So I did scroll down to see their tweets. They've only got one tweet, and so they should, be a bit more consistent. It was in June, so a couple of weeks ago. But you're right. I forgot about this.
January.
Are they engaging with people? Looks like July. Looks like they are. They're being supportive. Oh, by the way, check your DMs once. Yeah. Don't try in public. Try and tell people to check their DMs. I don't think that's always a kind of a good one to try and call people out on. I think that was it.
It just
So
looks
definitely
like
tweet more.
account.
Yeah, definitely tweet more. We know you're real. We know you donated. We know you're here in the chat, but definitely tweet more. Okay, let's just share that. I want to share people's Twitters in the chat as we go through as well, for letting us roast them. And I saw, well, not roast them, shout them out even further. Okay, so we've got Naomi is up next. I think that was donation, and then Denny as well. Okay, let's do those. Let's have a look. Naomi, 4519. 4519. 4519. We go. Okay. Please unmute. I can't multitask so well, so I might miss your hands up. What are your thoughts? My thoughts straight away. I really like the location. For me, location is quite important because I like to know what time zone people are in. So yeah, I love it that it's got a location there. I see some people nodding. Oh, YK, did you unmute? Go ahead. I saw that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think she asked us to roast her profile, so I guess I don't have to hold back, right?
It's Naomi. We've got to be nice. Naomi's amazing. Come on. Works for Free Code Cap, has the Naomi community, the NH Carrigan community, mod, maintainer, and so many things. Ambassador at Eddie Hub. You got to be nice.
Okay. The thing is, it doesn't show all of that in the bio. I just, has a link to the pronounce thing, and then Queen of your castle now, kiss the king. Like, I totally get that, this is something that speaks to her. And, it really depends on her goal. Like, if her goal is to have a profile that speaks to her, sure, go ahead and have that. But if her goal is to, make more friends, make more connections, have more followers maybe, then like the bio should like catch people's attention right away and just give people a reason to follow her. Maybe something about like where she works, like the kind of work she does, or the communities. Eddie mentioned like she does all the amazing community stuff, so like that could be there, and maybe just explain why people should follow her.
Yeah, I think that's it's good. I think it's good advice to everybody, really. Emma, go ahead.
Because Naomi does so much, like it could be an idea to utilize the banner for that. Just create a new banner with some things that they do and go from there, really. Just an idea.
No, I think it's a good idea because the bio is probably not big enough to fit everything that Naomi does. So, yeah. Simon, over to you. Oh, sorry, Graham. Yeah. I didn't know who was first. Simon, go ahead. You've been quite quiet.
I'm here, yeah. I actually think that I like both the profile image and the banner, and I also don't mind the tagline in the bio. It kind of gives a little bit of a mystery thing to it, so you get a little bit of a curiosity going. I would also probably have just a single line about what can I expect from this profile and what's the theme and what kind of content can I expect. But there's actually one thing that I see here that I see so many people do, and that is the actual handle is quite different from the actual displayed name. And I think everyone who's having a handle with either the first couple of letters from the name or anything like that, they're really doing themselves a disservice. It's hard to search, and it's hard for me to remember. So I would recommend anyone to change their handle to at least include the first part of the first name of their display name. Ideally, if it's free, just make the handle the exact same thing as your displayed name without the space in between, and then with like a camel case.
Are there any side effects for changing your Twitter? I know people do it on GitHub, but I don't know anyone who's done it on Twitter. So are there any side effects from people changing their Twitter name?
Good question.
Someone try it and let us know how it goes. But it'd be quite an interesting, I think it'd be like a really good tweet and be a useful tip for people to know. Graham, go ahead.
There's a big problem with your profile, Naomi. If you look at the media in the top right, that fourth image just looks horrendous. I don't know what's going to be on there, but I mean, blasphemy. Mean,
it was to get a promo. It was to get a promo. Everybody's seeing. Now we removed them.
Go on. Poor Graham.
This is what happens every day. I just get abused by Naomi. It's not very nice.
And you're always so supportive of yourself. So obviously. Yeah. Okay. And let's see when the last tweet was. 26 minutes ago. I did do a retweet on that. But then before that was a couple of days ago. So not too bad. I think trying to tweet. What do you think everyone's frequency should be? I think trying to tweet once a day is probably a bare minimum. What do you all think? YK is giving thumbs up. You get 1 thumbs up if you tweet every day. You get 2 thumbs up from me if you tweet 4 times a day.
Yeah, I think once a day is enough for most people. Like most people are busy with their lives. They can spend a lot of time on Twitter. And I found that like one good tweet a day is much, much better than like 4 mediocre tweets a day. And, I've experienced this like personally, like whenever like I focus on quality, people seem to follow. And some people even like turn on your notifications without even asking them, because they know that you every time you tweet, your quality is really, really good. Again, it depends on your goal. Like if your goal is to just have fun, like say whatever you want, I think that's fine. But if your goal is to have meaningful relationships, like a lot of connections, then I think this step should work well.
Sounds good. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. Conscious of time, we've got loads of profiles still to review. So I don't see any other hands up. If I've missed any, please just unmute yourself and shout at me. Next up, we'll do Denny, 4518. 4518. Go. Share.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, that's hideous.
You've got to give it a positive after that now, right?
What's up with the banner image?
Denny is quite a character, right?
I love Denny.
Let's do a positive. Denny's profile picture looks pretty good. So yeah, that's a good one. From there, who knows? It might go downhill from there.
I was going to say Denny does so many spaces that everyone knows who he is anyway. So there's that.
That is true. I'm going to take a pause for a second. Sorry, Francesco. I just want to shout out AV. AV, I'm shouting you out not just because of the donation, but because you're always super supportive of my live streams. And I know it is like 1 or 2 o'clock for you in Japan. So thank you so much. And you sponsor me on GitHub Sponsors. So I really appreciate that. Look forward to geeking out. Yes.
Yeah, just quickly wanted to mention it's Avi. I had it wrong before, but yeah.
My bad. Avi,
No
my apologies, and look forward to geeking out on open source in the GitHub community. So yeah, get some rest. Thank you so much. Okay, so was it Francesco's hand was up, I think?
Yes, I can go. The first thing is that the header, I don't know what this has to do with what he does. So, and also in the bio, it starts with, okay, the joke, King of Tech, CEO of as a developer. But this stuff is for the people who already know you. You are doing the bio for the people who don't know you to make people follow you. So if you can leave a joke, but it should be like at the end. So the bio is for the people who don't know you. So if I would not know you, I would just skip this profile probably. And that would be a shame, I think. Because and I like that there is the Discord link, and that's okay. But I will try to explain what you do on social media. Why should I click the follow button?
Always great advice. From the experts here, loving that. Shall I scroll down as well? Anyone else's hand is up? Oh, Graham, go ahead.
Yeah, I realised I had my hand up in front of a whiteboard and I'm that white, my hand disappeared. So thanks for that indirect insult there. Big thing for Denny, only because obviously I know Denny and what he's up to at the moment. You're doing the 100 days of spaces, which is an amazing challenge. I don't see it anywhere. It should be pride of place. It's got you over 2,000 followers in 4 or 5 days. It's been amazing.
Wow.
So I'd definitely say that your pinned tweet should be all about your 100 days of spaces, and obviously give you a shout out while you're at it, because they deserve more followers as well as part of all of that, because that's an awesome initiative.
I don't think I shared their link actually in the chat. Let me do that right now. Kunal, go ahead.
No, just it probably doesn't matter much, but some of the sentences are sentence case, some are title case. So if you can have consistency, it's just looking a little bit unformatted, if you will. Sentence case is great. You can do that. Yeah.
Consistency is always important, I think. Absolutely. If I do a refresh, Denny, will it improve? Let's see. Nothing's changed yet. We'll give him a few more minutes. Anyone else, or shall we move on? So, 100 days of Twitter Spaces. You're right. It'd be nice to see that. I didn't even know that was a thing. There's so much going on in tech, and to grow by such a big amount, such a small space is super important. So that's absolutely great. I follow Denny, and Denny follows me, so it gets a thumbs up from me as well. Cool. Okay. Oh, YK, your hands up. Go ahead.
Yeah. Just quickly. So I think his tweets are pretty good. Sometimes he talks like a lot. I think he wants me to roast him, so I'm gonna try. I think sometimes he talks like a little too much about himself, but I think some people like that. But like one thing I wanted to point out is there's this particular tweet that he made. I don't know if it's supposed to be a joke, but he said, you know, like, hello, all new developers following me. Thank you and welcome. Please introduce yourselves. And then I'm going to reply to each and every one of you. And he didn't reply to any of them. Like, I didn't see it anyway. So I'm like, okay, was it a joke? Like, did people not get it? Or did people get it? Yeah, that's a question I have.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. I think it's a bit risky, right? You know, some people might see it as a joke, and then they understand they're not going to get a reply, and then some who really wanted a reply and didn't get one probably won't maybe put a comment in the future. So, yeah, interesting one.
I find Danny hilarious. It's just brilliant. I would follow 10 times over. Just
big thumbs up. 3 thumbs up from Emma on that one, I think. I can't do 3, but yeah, 2. Okay, shall we move on as well to the next one? If no one's got anything else to add on this one, let's keep it going. So next up, we are going to do Pedro, $20. Wow, this live stream is on fire. Thanks all. So that's 4481. 4481. Do this. Pedro is always tweeting about open source, so I love their tweets. It's brilliant. So I don't know, I'm going to jump in first. I don't see any hands up, so I want to jump in first in this one. I really like the banner. It is, it tells me exactly what it's about. So when you follow this person, you know what you're going to get, right? You're going to get their personality. I think it automatically comes out. But from the tech perspective, because we're all here mostly from tech Twitter, the open source alternative to Twilio. So that seems to be what's going to be their main focus around that. Not in a not salesy way, right? I follow Pedro, so I know it's in a non-salesy way. Simon, jump in. Go ahead.
Absolutely. So I see this as a founder's profile, and love to see that. Always a pleasure to check out what other people are doing. I actually do think that I really like the simplicity of both banner and profile image. This is definitely a person that has some kind of idea about brand and being recognized. I also do like that there's immediately a link to the actual Twitter profile and not necessarily just the link to the website. I think that's cool. One thing I think drags this one down is the MRR milestone and those boxes in the profile. I've seen them everywhere, and in my opinion, it comes off taggy, as if that MRR goal is what the entire profile is about. I would much rather see something that advocates tips and what I can learn about SaaS instead of another profile that does constant MRR updates. I don't know. I don't follow this profile, so I don't know if this profile does, but you could get the impression from seeing that. So if I could give one advice, it would be to remove that one.
No, it makes sense. I do follow it, and there's a great open source tips. I agree with Simon for a different reason. I just want to see their location because of their time zone. Like, I want to know, should I respond, now, or if I haven't got a response from them, well, it's probably because they're asleep. That really helps me to help with that empathy side and plan my replies as well. Graham and YK, I don't know who was first.
My turn, YK. I'm going first this time. First of all, the profile looks great overall. Yeah, I agree with the little thing about the boxes and the 50k MRR. The only other sort of nitpick I have, and it is a very small nitpick, is follower to following count. Immediately, they're almost identical. And I know it sounds stupid, but sometimes you look at that and just go, oh, do they just do follow back? And it can immediately make you think, oh, are they just literally following anyone who follows them and trying to get followers that way? I know Pedro isn't. I know Pedro is genuine. But perhaps just do a bit of a call on the people you're following and actually get people that you engage with on there. It's a very different side of the equation to the people who are following you, who are there to consume your content. You should really be following the people who you actually want to connect with and have a good connection with. That's my personal opinion. I'm up for people fighting me on that one and telling me I'm wrong.
Quiet all round. I don't think anyone's fighting you on that one. I never really, I don't really look at those numbers. But I kind of see where you're going with that. So it kind of does make sense.
It was a nitpick, to be honest, because like I said, overall, I think it looks great.
Awesome. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Thanks, Eddie. So I was looking through his timeline, and I kind of get like what Graham is saying too. Like follower to following count. It's kind of superficial, but it is an important component, at least to me. And looking through his timeline, he has a lot of retweets. I would say fewer retweets would be nice. Like retweets, I get that like you want to support people, and that's great. But you also want to show like what you have to say. Like people don't follow you for retweets. I don't think people follow you for what you have to say. And then the other thing I noticed is like you have some tweets, but you don't have like a lot of replies. So more replies, less retweets would be good for you, I think. Again, as always, it depends on your goal. But when you interact with more people on Twitter, it becomes more fun. I think you'll be able to like get more engagements on your own tweets actually, because I noticed compared to the number of followers you have, your engagements are a little bit low, on the lower side, like with likes and everything. So that's my recommendation.
Always great tips. Yeah, I don't look at the engagement so much. I think my engagement is low for my following, but so I probably need to take some of these tips on board as well myself. So I want to be rewatching this later on, I'm sure. I don't retweet that often, and I've started doing it more. So again, I want to support the community, like you said. I'm talking. Sorry, Emma, over to you.
I just want to reply to what Graham said earlier, actually, and I do actually find it quite off-putting if I look at a profile of someone that I'm thinking about following, and they say they had like 20,000 followers, but they only follow like 50 people back. That puts me off because I think, well, they're not going to engage with me if I start following them. So I think if it's too big a ratio between the followers and the followees, then that can be off-putting as well.
Yeah, this is great to see everyone's perspective. I'm loving this, absolutely loving this. So thank you all so much for your honesty, and thank you everyone for sharing your profiles. Don't forget you can share your profiles as well. But I see we're getting more and more donations. So what I want to suggest is after these donations, we're not going to pick any more. If you want to donate, great, but I'm not going to pick any more from donations because I don't want that to be the driver and everyone else to get ignored. So yeah, thank you all so much for the donations, but these are the last two we'll do, and then we'll review more, and donations don't have an effect on it. So, okay, should we move on to the next one? So next up, we have from Sanyam 4352. 352. Okay, thanks for sharing everyone's first impression. What do you think?
Thank you for the retweet.
Yeah, why didn't you retweet my one? Let me see. Okay, Graham's hand's gone up. Go ahead, Graham.
Yeah, my first reaction is if you see YK as the first thing on anyone else's profile, then you're doing it wrong. Because you should be utilizing the pinned tweet, not because you shouldn't be retweeting what YK says, obviously. So yeah, your pinned tweet, I've landed on your profile and immediately I'm reading about YK. I'm like, oh, I'll go check YK out. And I've just left your profile, so I'm not going to follow you or read anything else. Other than that, I mean, the picture's not bad. Could be a bit better because that background's a little bit busy and detracts from your face, but at least it's of your face. I can't say anything because I had a logo for months. I don't think your age is relevant. Get rid of your age. We haven't had one yet with their age on, but that always annoys me. No one cares that you're 18. If anything, it can work against you because people go, oh, 18, won't know anything yet. And actually, you might have a ton of value to add to the world. Everything else gives me an idea of what you're doing. And finally, I kind of like the header, but at the same time, it's very generic stock photo. So maybe just see if you can do something very simple and say Canva with the same motto. If you like, never settle. I don't think that's bad, but it just looks like a stock photo at the moment and just looks, I don't know, just something about it doesn't quite ring well for me.
I love that. Some really, really good points because we haven't had some of these come up, right? So the age things, are really interesting. Age isn't important. You could be 18, you could be 80. It doesn't matter. We're all here to collaborate, and I think that's the important side. Kunal, go ahead.
Yeah, but just most of the things were mentioned. Just with the bio, there's a lot of text going on. So you mentioned you do all these things, creator, and you create animations or whatever, but I'm not seeing any links to those. So instead of saying like, I love to create this and I'm currently learning and exploring the world of programming, these are so many words but does not show me anything. So maybe you can just be concise, add some more links. You can add links in your bio. So show some proof of work. If you love to create like graphics and stuff, maybe you can make a nice one header. But yeah, most of the things were already mentioned.
Awesome. Yeah, I like that. Have links to your other content or work, be it a blog post, be it website, or use something like Linktree, where you can have one link that links to all your other links. It's the open source alternative to Linktree, made in EdiHub. Francesco, go ahead.
Yes. So again, I don't know why you're starting with your age, unless it's relevant to why you should be followed. And I will start with why people should follow you, and then you say who you are. Because if I read digital creator, coder, okay, DevOps, it's because I'm biased. But I will start with the reason to follow you, and then you tell me who you are. Because if you tell me like, I'm so good, I am certificate, I'm done this, but I will start with the reason to be followed. And yes, and I think it's very important to put a pinned tweet, even if it has to remove the retweet of YK, even in that case, because the pinned tweet is the most underrated thing on Twitter. I also underestimated that.
Okay, yeah, I've only just started using the pin a lot more as well. YK, did I see your hand go up?
Yeah, totally agree with most of those. I want to say, I think putting the age there is fine. Like if that's important to you, I know some people care about it. I think that's okay. It only takes like 3 letters, right? 3 characters. So that's something I actually disagree with Francesco. But looking through his timeline, I want to give the same kind of feedback. More replies would be good. I noticed like you don't reply to other people's tweets. You reply to replies on your own tweets. But like I always say, when you care about other people, people will start to care about you. So I think it's important to like follow people that you admire or you want to be friends with. Follow people with like different follower counts, so you get a variety, and then just like start replying to them, make friends with them. That's probably the first step for you.
Thanks, YK. Yeah, definitely reply. Super, super important. Emma, go ahead.
Yeah, I was thinking that several people now have mentioned having a pinned tweet. Have any of you got tips for what's good to have in that pinned tweet so that it's not just anything random or your last tweet that you posted?
Yes, thank you, Emma. Amazing question. Love this. Definitely don't have. I'm gonna jump in first. Abuse my power here. Sorry, Francesco. I think your hand went up. Definitely don't pin your latest tweet because it's already at the top. So yeah, I think it's super, super important. I might have done that for a couple of weeks and then realized it was not the best idea. I would say, and also don't have something that's been up there for like 10 years, or 10 years or 3 years. I see some people's profiles, they've had it for 3 years. Maybe it was their best tweet in terms of metrics or the effort they put in. I would definitely have mix it up, change it, and so forth. Okay, so I think it's Graham and then Simon. Sorry, Francesco, then Simon.
Yes, so it doesn't have to be a video, but if you can put a video or picture, it's nice. I will definitely put a link there, since you can pin the tweet. You have an extra link, and again, it should be about you, who you are. You can even make a thread of what you're doing, but it's very, very, I think it's very, very important. Like I doubled the people following me after making a 30 seconds video with coffee. It took me like 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, I doubled the people following me with the same engagement. So
nice.
Kind of crazy. It's really crazy. Yeah.
Simon, over to you.
Yes, absolutely. I just want to jump in on the pinned tweet as well. I'm also a huge fan of actually shaking it up a little bit and updating it somewhat regularly. I always have my latest YouTube video that I post a small like trailer for, and it's always a video. But one thing I do want to say is a tendency I see most people do is they take the tweet they had that blew up the most and has the most likes and comments and so on. And most typically, that tweet does not really represent the profile very well. Typically, we tweet something, and that one tweet that goes viral might be a stupid meme, or it might be something that's not really that relevant to the profile. So instead of taking the most viral tweet you have, take the tweet you think that represents you and your personal brand and your profile the very best, and let that be the first impression people get, despite it only have way smaller amount of likes or retweets than some other viral tweets you've had.
I totally agree with this, Simon. Totally agree.
Love that. Thank you all. Amazing tips. I know I've learned lots of things, and I'm thinking I might need to get you all to roast mine in a moment as well. Oh, Emma, your hand's up. I couldn't see it behind the icon on StreamYard. Sorry. Go ahead, Emma.
No, it's just I'm noticing in the comments in the chat that people like want in slow mode because there's a lot of people spamming. I don't know if there's anything that can be done about that.
I don't think I can change it once we're live. So I'm just going to ask politely, people, don't spam. Oh, Graham's put the hand up. Is it related to that?
No, I was going to say, why don't we just say stop putting your numbers in the profile and we'll just pick them at random, because there's no way we're going to keep up anyway, and we can't see what's going on in the chat otherwise.
The reason why I say that is I want the person to be here. So they might have created an issue and they might not be here. So I definitely want to keep it in the chat, but Francesco's shaking his head. But
no, I was shaking and saying that now we have said this, so it's better to be consistent. That changing now. We are doing this way. Then we can make a retro meeting, all of us, and discuss about the next episode, because there will be a next episode.
There will be a part 2. Absolutely, definitely. I think we should do the monthly thing or something like that. So I think that would be awesome. So yes, everyone, please stop spamming. We will say when to submit your issue number, and then you can spam it then once. And so that's not really spamming. Okay, let's move on from this profile. I don't think I've missed anyone on the hand up on this one. Let's move on. So last one, which is the last paid one we're going to do. So remember, if anyone wants to donate, thank you so much. But we will not be picking you going forward. But I didn't say that until just a moment ago. So we will pick the last paid one on that. 4467. Okay. Thank you so much for the donation, everyone. But we don't want to prioritize the donations. So, look at this banner. It might a little bit from my point of view, it might be a little bit on the busier side. I think I really like the idea. It's got information on there, but maybe a bit too much information. So some of the previous ones we saw maybe were the opposite, were a bit quiet. This one might be a bit too busy, but I'd love to hear from the experts. And Emma, go ahead.
Yeah, my immediate thought is also that it's a bit too busy. You could get rid of the emojis. You could. Okay, you've got the recent followers on there, but is that really, really important? I don't know. If you're trying to sell your brand to other people and get people to follow you, it might be cool for like a couple of seconds to see yourself up there, but it just feels a little bit cluttered. And also they don't show where they are, their location. So that could be something that they could also add. But otherwise, I think it's great that they've got a link to their hash node, and their bio seems pretty clear, and it's a bit more fun with some emojis in there as well, so it's not just a wall of text. So yeah,
great advice. And I noticed I'm no designer, but I noticed a lot of like font style designs. It's styles. It's hard to read, I think, as well. Who was up next? I see Francesco and Kunal. Kunal's waiting it more. Go ahead,
Kunal, then me, then Simon.
I think the header is it's like it's changing. It's interactive or whatever, dynamic. I don't know. So it's like you can see recent followers, and I think after a time interval it changes a little bit. I did something like this with Grafana, so I think this is pretty cool, but it could be a little bit more neat. Yeah, it could be a little bit more neat, but I like this concept. It's very nice, very cool.
Yeah, the dynamic stuff is. I was thinking, how do they keep updating the recent followers? But if it's like a GitHub action or whatever it is that does it, I think that's epic. That's pretty cool. Maybe put a date on it, say when date and time was last updated. I think would be interesting. I think it was Francesco next.
Yes, again, I will switch the explanation before who you are. And I like the introverted coder.html.dev. And I think there is one problem, because in the name you have SNGK 12 out of 100, and also your pinned tweet is SNGK 12 out of 100. But this tweet is of the 13th of January. So maybe we should update the situation. Okay.
Yeah, good point. Because they have done a tweet, 5 minutes ago, and before that, ignoring that one for the moment because that's this live stream. Thank you so much. It's 51 minutes ago. So they are active on Twitter, but it's yeah, you're right. I didn't notice that. Well noticed, Francisco. Simon, over to you.
I think the ones in the name, the 12 out of 100, is because they're participating in this challenge that the guys over at Tweet Hunter are doing. I think it is, and so this updates automatically from the day they're doing 100-day streak of tweeting every day. And if you are in a kind of club, the Tweet Hunter guys are quite good at making these small kind of trends, and a lot of people know what this means. And if you are in a community where this is like implicit knowledge, I don't see that there's any problem in having this in your name. I also don't really dislike the banner that much. I actually think it's kind of cool. It looks nice. What I do dislike a little bit is the profile image that, in contrast, looks like it's an image taken with a cheap webcam or something. So you could definitely take a better one and make it kind of align with the profile banner a little bit more. But other than that, I think this is great. I don't mind all the dynamic stuff. I think it's cool.
I love seeing different perspectives. I think it's really, really awesome. Definitely got me thinking of how to improve mine. Hopefully we get time towards the end. I would also love all of ours to roast each other. Like we're on here roasting other people. I see Emma grabbing her face going, oh my God. But I think everyone in the chat and everyone on stage should roast everyone else on stage. But we'll save that for a bit later on. Yes, YK, go ahead.
Yeah, so similar feedback as before, but slightly different one for this person. So I see that this person is tweeting a lot, which is good. A lot compared to like other people. But the problem is like each tweet is not getting a lot of engagements. I talk up a lot about engagements, and you shouldn't just focus on engagements. But to me, it's important. Like it's an indication that people are reading your tweets and people are liking your tweets. And that's not happening with your tweets. I'm kind of brutal that way. So the way to fix that is, to reply to more people. Like I've seen you reply to some people. That's great, but do it more. Make sure to reply to more people, again, like with different follower accounts, so you have a variety and make friends. You should be like, in my opinion, at the beginning, you should be replying all the time. Like I would say like 95 replies to 5 tweets or something like that. And then as your account grows, it might become like 90 replies to 10, 80 to 20. But like, I'm kind of repeating myself here, but replying is super important. It's the thing that you should focus on, especially at the beginning.
That's so true. You're right. I mean, there's so much value by replying. I think people don't realize that. And I think I didn't realize that for years. So super, super interesting. Okay. Everyone, make sure you reply. And as you grow, yes, you reply less, but you need to definitely reply at the beginning. Okay. Shall we move on to the next one? I think the chat has slowed down a bit. Naomi says they can't pin messages. Which is interesting. I'm guessing, is that on Twitter or on YouTube? I'm not sure. Okay, so next, who wants to pick one? I've picked a few. Who wants to pick a number? Read out a number to me.
4362.
4362. Shivendu always supports me massively on Twitter, so I'm really glad we're reviewing this. So yeah, I really, really appreciate this. You can see that pinned tweet. I've already liked it. So yes, I try and support as well. Okay. Special thanks to my latest followers. I feel like I'm a bit out of date. I haven't got any of this like dynamic data in my banner. Emma, go ahead.
I really like this one. I think the banner's really nice and clear. It's easy to read. You've got that dynamic thing again, but it's clearer than on the previous one. Profile picture is also like you can see their face, even though it's a bit stylized. I think it still looks good. And they've also, like, the bio is clear. They've got their link to their GitHub. They've got their link, their location. Maybe just the pinned tweet is the only thing that they could have a look at improving a little bit. But I really like this one.
I like the pin tweet as well. I did like it already, as you can see. But asking in public is better than asking in DMs. Like I can't shout this enough. Shout it for the people at the back. Francesca, go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, I like Shivendo. It's super supportive also for me. So okay, so the bio looks okay. I don't know why you have Team Eddie and then Eddie Hub, but not the tag. So maybe you can put the tag of Eddie Hub.
There isn't a tag for Eddie Hub, so people have been asking for this, and it's probably a discussion another time. I'd love to hear all your thoughts, but yes, I didn't want another account to manage.
No, but I mean they can use the normal tag of Eddie Hub.
Oh, the hashtag sort of thing.
Hashtag, sorry.
Yeah.
And I think it's nice that you put the GitHub as your link, and the pinned tweet. I think he put this link because it's recent and it got some engagement. That's the only reason. It's not about you. It's about to get some more engagement. But this is to get followed. It's not to get more likes on the pinned tweet. I say this because I made the same mistake. So this is the only things, but I like it.
That's interesting. I do it sometimes if a tweet's not doing very well, I put it up there. Or if it's doing really well and I want to do a bit more, I put it up there. But you're right. It's to get more followers, not to... Yeah, okay. That's a really, really good one. I'm sure maybe someone mentioned that before. You mentioned it before, but it didn't quite sink in. Now I've heard it a different way. Or, again, I've got to change my pin tweet. But yeah, I love that. And Team Eddie. Yay. YK, go ahead.
Yeah. Totally agree with that, Francesco's point. I think the goal of your pin tweet should be to basically, find the right people, convert your views into followers, and try to convert the right kinds of people. Try to get the right kinds of followers on your profile. That's what I do anyway on my profile, and I think that's what Francesco does. With this particular profile, again, I looked through the timeline, and again, the engagements are on the lower side, 0 to 1 likes. And in my opinion, when your account is this much size, I think each of your tweet should be getting 3 likes. Again, it's not only about likes. You should be posting whatever you want, but the more likes you get, the more it's an indicator that people are actually engaging with your stuff. People like your stuff. So that's something I would focus on, and that's something I would tell other people too.
Shivendu's just jumped up by 4 followers. Let's see if we can get to 115, a nice number, and also go and engage on their tweets as well. If you drop them a follow, that's awesome, but also go engage on their tweets as well. That will be good. I want to share it again in the chat because they're so consistently supportive of me and other people as well. So thank you so much. Kunal, go ahead.
Yeah, with the banner thing, I think the space is limited, so try to utilize it. We all know you're Shivendu. You don't have to write, "Hi, I'm Shivendu Kumar." You can focus on your key tags like open source, collaboration. You are a learner, so that can be the space can be utilized to highlight that.
You're absolutely right. Right, the name is duplicate. You don't want to duplicate information. So, you might duplicate the open source part, but you're right. The name, if people want to find out what it is, they'll find it. So yeah, that's very true. I see people do that a lot on their GitHub profiles when they're customizing the GitHub profiles. They put their name, but you've come to their accounts. You probably already know their name already as well. So yeah, great advice. Just shout out to Naomi for helping moderate the chat. Really, really appreciate it. I know slow mode would help here, but too late. So thank you so much for doing it manually. I really appreciate it. Everyone
you can do it once the stream has started. You can enable slow mode. Yeah.
Oh really? Okay. I'll have a look at that now.
Many times. Yeah.
Okay.
In the
cool.
In the studio, just go and do it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, I'm not in the studio though. I'm in StreamYard. So, but I'll see what I can do. I've just shared Naomi's Twitter as well. Go check out Naomi's Twitter again. Okay, any other thoughts on this profile? No. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. So Graham's picked a number. Who's next? Who wants to pick a number next? So everyone start sharing your numbers in the chat again, and someone's going to pick one. But just share it once, please. What have we got? Who wants to shout a number out? I see Emma grinning. Well, both Emmas are grinning. Francesco looks really serious, so I'm a bit worried.
No. This is only my face. Yeah. Can I say
4527?
Okay.
4527. Francesco, you get the next one. Keep that number that you had in mind, Francesco, and we can do it next time around. Awesome.
I'll try.
We have James. James again is super supportive. Did an amazing YouTube I've got a great YouTube channel, but did an amazing course recently. I spent a lot of time on there. Kubernetes one. I think I'm halfway through watching it. I might start again tonight with dinner and watch it from the beginning. Kunal, your hand up. Go ahead.
Yeah, James is great. Shout out to James. Just the header, like the text is too small, and it's just a little bit unclear. So the banner could improve. I like the picture and everything.
Yeah.
But I get it. Like dive into with James Spurrin, but dive into what? Like what is the highlight? What does James teach? Like Kubernetes or whatever. So that should be the highlight. So not what it is, but like what you are providing, if that makes sense. And the subtitle is the font is very small. But overall, yeah, that's the thing I would like to share.
Yeah, great advice. I do like the pose at the top. I think that's pretty cool. He just kind of catches your attention and makes you remember it. I think that's really important because you might not follow someone on the first time you see their profile, but when you come back a second or third or fourth time, then you go, oh, you know what? I remember this person. Let me drop him a follow. That's the second or third time I've been here. Graham's hands up. Go ahead, Graham.
I do also like the profile, but I have a sort of little interesting thought experiment, which others can discuss here, which is, would it not be better if he pointed downwards and looked downwards? Because that's where your eyes go. Wherever somebody looks and points, that's where your eyes follow. And I don't need to read that. I need to press that follow button. That's where you want me to be doing the action. I actually think that might be effective.
That's an interesting one. I'm going to have some fun with my camera, I think, tomorrow, which looks very similar to this camera, actually.
You could turn the picture by 90 degrees. That would be perfect.
Emma will have something to say about that. Go ahead, Emma.
No, that's really funny because I was just thinking that it would be better if his profile picture was twisted the other way as well, that he was looking inwards instead of him both looking outwards in both pictures, which is exactly Graham's point as well.
Got you. Okay.
But otherwise, I think it's a great profile.
Yeah, I mean, we're at the nitpick level here, but yeah, seriously, it's actually quite astounding where you look can really draw someone's eye to a particular thing. So if you want focus on something, look at it. So make sure your picture's pointed in that direction. Emma's 100% right. Point your picture inwards, do another one, or just mirror it even maybe. You might be able to persuade it to look like you're looking inwards. But this is nitpicking. This is a great profile.
Yeah, it's really good. I got a retweet. Thank you, James. Really appreciate that. And one thing I noticed is England, United Kingdom. So, James, hopefully we'll see you on the 1st of October for the awesome meetup that Graham and Emma Wayne are organizing as well. So, yeah, I think this is really good as well. Docker Captain, Francesco can relate, and lots of, see what technologies they use if you want to drop a follow. So, yeah, I think it's really, really good. Definitely got some ideas for mine as well. So, like that. Emma, is your hand up? It's behind the icon on StreamYard, so I can't see. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Just unmute and just shout.
I was just gonna say, James just looks like super friendly. Like, I would follow him just because of that just lovely smile that you see, and then you scroll down, and then you just see more friendly faces and poses, and yeah, just looks like a whole vibe to me. So
it's true, right? It shows. I love that you mentioned that. It shows it's authentic, right? I don't know if I go to someone's profile a few times and I've never kind of seen what they look like, I just think, well, is it someone pretending to be someone else? Is it a bot? Is it like, kind of like not a fake account? I don't know what the right word is, but I love the authentic side.
Absolutely, I love it.
The only I guess suggestion I have is I see, I know people are talking about your video and you're retweeting them, which is great because you're kind of trying to support them. But if I come and I see like your video for over a page, I will now probably stop scrolling because it just is a bit too much promotion. I know you're shouting, you did your tweet and then now you've retweeted other people, which I think is great. But maybe what I do is I try and collect the retweets I want to retweet and try and spread them out a bit. I'm not very good at it. Something I'm trying to try recently. Kuna, go ahead.
No, just adding on to Emma's point. I met James in Spain. He's exactly like his profile picture. Very friendly and very friendly and very like funny and like a heavy personality.
Love that. I actually have a technical question for Simon on FeedHive. So just saying what I was saying in that, so say for example, I'm James and I've done my tweet about a video that I've just done. and then someone else has done a tweet which I really want to share, but I don't want to share it now. I don't want to remember or keep a list somewhere. Simon, if I do a tweet in FeedHive and schedule it for like tomorrow, and then write a bit of text and include a link to their tweet, does it do it as a quoted tweet? Does Twitter allow FeedHive to do that?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
That's exactly what it does. It turns it into a quote retweet. And we're actually working on allowing
Amazing.
for automatic, like for scheduled retweet, like native retweets without the quote part as well. So you can also schedule someone to retweet normally. But yes, for now, just copy the link into the
Amazing.
editor, write something, and it will turn into a quote retweet.
That's amazing. That's a real game changer. I mean, the whole thing's been a game changer for me, but that is a real game changer. I'm actually gonna start doing that rather than trying to maintain another list and then remember and then grab that next one out and all the rest. So
Excellent idea.
love that. Thank you so much. Okay, shall we move on to the next one, James? I hope that was helpful. We look forward to seeing some. Oh, Francesco, sorry, is your hand up? Just shout if I miss it.
I'm just booking for the next.
Love that. Okay, oh yeah, Francesco, your number is next. Tell us.
4333.
I've done something so stupid. I just realized I haven't been closing these issues after I've been reviewing them. So everyone, if we've reviewed your profile, please go through and close them. Yeah, that was very, very bad of me.
Eddie, the GitHub star, knows how to use GitHub really well.
Yeah, wait a second. Trying to chat, private chat. I've got normal chat. I've got DMs coming in. I'm doing a terrible job. But
You're
part
not
one,
checking the
right?
private
Part
chat,
one.
Eddie.
I know. I'm ignoring it. Okay, what was the number, Francesco?
4333.
Before I hit enter, I just want to say, look at this. James, you deserve another shout out. James has automatically kind of closed their own issue. So I was going to suggest that, but I didn't want to. But so as James has set a great example, anyone else, if you're listening and we've reviewed yours, please close your issue. That will be really, really helpful. Produma, yes, also massively supportive for me and the Eddie Hub community and ambassador of Eddie Hub. All those are great stuff. Let's check out Produma's profile. I'm going to share it in the chat. Everyone drop Produma a follow. So many amazing threads and open source content. So who wants to go first? Oh, Graham. Graham, you got to zoom in your camera a bit more, I think, for next time.
No, I like if I put my hand there, because I'm so white, my hand disappears on the background. So I need to remember to hold it down here and like there, and you can see it.
The StreamYard icon's over that part of the thing, so I couldn't even see your hand is there. I don't even see what the background is. So
I'll just shout up and be annoying as always, then, and that'll work.
Shout out. Go ahead.
So Produma. Oh, Produma. No, your profile's pretty good. First things first, please, I know what you look like now, and you need to get a proper picture of that smiley face of yours because you're a handsome lad and you've got a beautiful smile. So get yourself a proper picture finally. It's time. We've had you on a video call.
Here we go.
Away from a live stream.
It's even got an icon in front of it. Like what is it? Like there's always something in front of Produma's face.
Any random picture is better than that. Even that with the.
There we go.
Here we go.
See, look at that face. I would follow that face anywhere.
Yeah.
So first things first, swap that picture out. It's about time. I know why you didn't have the picture with your full face on, but now you do. Second thing, your banner. Unfortunately, I think you just need to do something a little bit with the text. It looks great, but it's aching making open source because of the fact that your profile picture covers it up. So just adjust where the text is. Other than that, I think it looks great. And your pin treat's wonderful because obviously you've got the open source with Produma. So yeah, like I said, 2 little nitpicks, but overall, I think it's awesome. And obviously, we all love you, Produma, so you get a special bonus hug from us all.
I actually have a question about the thread. Sorry, Francesco, about the pinned tweet. It's quite old now. It's a great tweet. Should it be kept or should it be swapped out for something more recent?
I think it's great because it's related to the profile.
Okay, so the age of the pinned tweet doesn't matter, is what you were saying. Okay.
I like it.
Perfect. Thank you.
I also like it.
Francesco was. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. No, Emma. Go ahead.
Just about the pinned tweet, though, it's about his boot camp, which started in the 1st of April. So, although all of the stuff is still there, that maybe he should just switch it out slightly to about the open source with Produma repo, but maybe take away the 1st of April bit.
True, and it's another reason to kind of do a tweet and do kind of get some visibility to it and all that rest. So yeah, love the idea. And I think I got loads of hands up. I don't know who was next. I've lost track count. Yeah, I'm not picking. I'm probably picked the wrong person.
I'm going.
Just do it, Emma. Own it. Yes, love it.
Scroll up for me a little bit.
Sure.
I noticed that Perduma doesn't follow many people.
Oh yes. So I should be honored. Like he's following me. Wow.
You support everyone, but it's not following many people. But that's very
True.
nitpicky. But I love Perduma, so it's one
Perduma
thing.
could do no wrong.
I know.
Francesco, then Kunal, I think.
Yes, please, Pradumna, change your profile picture. I can pay you. If you tell me how much, and we pay you. And on the pinned, okay, this pinned tweet went well, but I think you can do 2 times better. Like put a picture of yourself and put a link in the pin. You don't have a link to something in this pinned tweet. I think you can do a open source thread which gets thousands of likes, and you put a link here to your GitHub profile or repository or whatever. Can you scroll up a bit because I can see? And maybe the only thing I don't understand what a student leader is. So maybe it's just me. And the bio can be maybe a bit longer. Put something more, maybe about yourself at the end. Not too much, but maybe just a couple of more words of what you do. The rest is perfect.
And Kuno, over to you.
Yeah, can you scroll down a little bit?
Yes. Sure. How far?
Cool. No, in the first tweet, I saw you using like hashtags. I personally never recommend using hashtags on Twitter. Not even as like sometimes when you're attending an event or whatever, it's fine, but try to avoid as much as you can and no more than one at all. So if you can see, you can try it out yourself. You can see the tweets that don't have any hashtag have a lot of reach, 300 likes, 320 likes. But the ones that have hashtags, I have seen, at least on my Twitter as well, the reach gets reduced. So for everyone listening, try to avoid hashtags.
Yeah, I started using them a lot less. Okay, we're going to do Graham, and then we're going to get James, a question in the audience, and I have a question as well. So Graham, over to you.
Yeah, so the one thing that I think I've realised the more we look at profiles is I think you need to tailor your pinned tweet and deliberately write a tweet for your pinned profile. If you scroll back up, it's like someone mentioned it in the chat. And my apologies, no idea where that came from. That was a complete slip of the tongue. My apologies. Yeah, someone mentioned it in the chat. And obviously, the first thing that you see on Pradumna's profile is the siren icon, the emoji, and it just looks weird because it's on the pinned tweet. So I'd say craft a pinned tweet, and I think it's something I'm definitely going to do straight after this live stream. There you go. There's the comment from the wonderful Smiley James. So yeah, I would probably say craft one deliberately because it looks slightly out of space on your pinned tweet.
Yeah, that's really true. And I was going to bring up that next question. That from James is the next question, so that was perfect. So you can go straight on to my question, which is, I've seen a lot of people doing this recently, and I've just been ignoring it. And I don't know if it's good or bad, but now I've seen it again, and we got the experts on stage, and I thought I would ask. So if you see Perduma here done a tweet, do you believe in open source? But then they've retweeted it pretty soon afterwards. In this case, it's immediate, but say it doesn't have to be. Like say it was like, I don't know, a day later or something like pretty soon afterwards. What are your thoughts on that? I've seen a lot of people doing this recently.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Could it be because someone's short on content, or the tweet didn't do as well as they thought, so they want to do it a bit more? I don't know. I'm just I'm curious to know. I've seen people do it. Kunal, go ahead.
I used to do it. Now I don't. And how I used to do it was when I posted something that was for the folks in the IST time zones, I would retweet it when the folks in the United States were online.
Okay. Do you still do that or not anymore?
Not on the same day, but like after at least a week. Yeah. No, I don't do it anymore. I think FeedHive has a feature built in for this. So you can use that if you're interested. But I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But yeah, make sure there's a little bit of a gap in between.
Simon, go ahead. Oh, White had his hand up. Didn't notice, but Simon, go ahead. Yeah.
I agree. It's actually one of the features of FeedHive that we've had since the very, very, like the MVP I wrote in 14 days before it launched, actually included that feature. It's been there ever since. I think it's a great feature. I use it extensively. I think more or less 100% of my tweets get retweeted after either 8 or 12 hours, depending on when I post.
Oh,
And I always make sure that people on the other end of the time zone, they get a chance to see it again. Like all the content gets a little bit of an extra boost. I wouldn't do it excessively. We've had people ask for the feature that you can retweet it on a loop, kind of like Hypefury, another tweet scheduler does this. And I am we continuously say no to implementing this feature because I believe firmly that that's poor social media practice, and it's actually bordering on something that's on like a violation of Twitter's API standards in terms of how you can, like, it's considered spam. But doing it once and doing it not immediately, but after 8, 12 hours or so, I think that's a great technique to give all your content a little extra boost and give people on the other end of the world a chance to see as well. So I recommend it.
That's really interesting. And is that the recycle thing that you have in FeedHive?
It's not the recycle thing.
Okay.
It's a feature you can do on a per tweet basis. You just flick a button and give it a number, and then it will automatically retweet after a given delay. I will definitely recommend anyone using FeedHive to turn that on all tweets. It's a really great way to do it a little bit extra.
I haven't used that, so I want to try and use that from tonight when I start scheduling next week's stuff.
Try it out.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Okay, thank you so much. Oh, I think YK had their hand up as well.
Yep. So I think I have a different perspective on this, probably similar to Kunal. I used to try retweeting. Like I tried retweeting a few of my tweets before, and I think it's fine if it's like a week later. That's totally okay. But I wouldn't like retweet everything personally. So that's something I might disagree with some people here. And the reason is because, first of all, like they don't seem to get a lot of engagements. Like they get a lot of like a little bit of push, but it's not it's definitely like 50%, maybe like 5% push or something like that. And to me, like being on Twitter is all about being genuine. And if I don't feel it's the right thing to do, I should do it. And I think like you should kind of treat Twitter the same way, in my opinion. But if there's like something important, like a big thread that you want to reshare, like after a week, after 2 weeks, I think that's totally fine to do.
I love the different things. You have to try it out. I think also everyone's profile might be different to their kind of authentic side and the way the algorithm sees them and the way the community sees them. So I think so many great advice. I think people should try different things and see what works for them as well. We'll be interested to know everyone's feedback in like a month's time as well. Okay, next profile. So I need a number. Who hasn't picked a number randomly? So everyone in the chat, put your number in once, your issue number, and then someone else who hasn't picked one can go ahead. I think who has done a number? Kunal, have you picked a number? Francesca, you've picked a number? Who hasn't picked a number? Shout one out.
I haven't.
Okay, Emma, do it.
4441.
4, 4. We'll do another 4.
41.
Okay. Tia, sorry for calling you Tina on Twitter. That was the autocomplete. It autocompletes it to Tina, which is just like I hit send too soon. So apologies for that.
Yeah, sure.
I did correct it straight away. I put another tweet in and said, I'm really sorry, it's Tia. Although autocomplete did try and do it to Tina again. Apparently it happens all the time. Okay, first impressions. Who's going to go first? Emma, do you want to go first as you selected it? You don't have to, just a thought.
Yeah, sure. Okay, the banner is nice, but it doesn't really tell us anything about you as a person. I'm sorry, if you can hear anything in the background, there's like a thunderstorm outside, so I hope you can't hear it too much.
No, we can't. You're fine.
Okay. Your profile picture, try and get one that's maybe a bit more up close so that we can see more of your face.
Emma, can I just jump in there? I'm really sorry. I just want to say, T has written a comment, but the comment I want to bring it up, but that's not the reason I'm bringing it up. It's bringing it up for the point you just made, which is the profile picture. This is a great profile picture. So I would say have this on your Twitter. You're right. You can resonate more with that person. Like you feel like you know them when you're looking at their profile. So I love that comment. So sorry to interrupt.
No, definitely. That YouTube profile picture is much better. So swap that. And something that you say a lot is have the same profile picture on all of your social media so that you can be recognized across them. So yeah, swap them out so that you've got that YouTube one on here as well. That would be perfect. Again, the question of do you need your age on your bio or not? It takes up space, but it's probably not that important. But otherwise, maybe messing with C++ and life. It depends how like serious or like you want to be. Maybe just, and who needs drugs? I'm high on coffee. Is if that's like, do you want this to be a professional Twitter, or do you want it to be a bit more jokey? It depends what you're going for as to whether you want to include that or not. That would be.
I was just going to say, that's just great tips. You're right. And if you ever want to make, I mean, you can update your bio at any time, but if you're wanting to get sponsored tweets, a company might not sponsor you on a tweet because of like terminology like that. I see lots of hands up. Tia,
Sorry,
they're going to be
Eddie,
nice, I promise.
Just going to jump in for 10 seconds. I'm sorry about that.
Sure.
Unfortunately, I do have to leave the YouTube live from here, but I just want to say it was a pleasure being on. And if you're going to do a shared roast of everyone's profile that's been here, don't leave me out, because I am going to watch this later and I really want to learn from all the experts as well. So please don't leave me out.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Simon. I'm going to share your Twitter in the chat. Everyone go follow Simon. Maybe we could all do it as a recorded video or something edited. It could be quite funny. I don't know. We'll have a chat afterwards and see. Thank you so much for joining, Simon. Everyone go follow Simon on Twitter as well.
Take care.
Thanks. Bye, Simon.
Eddie, you've got your DMs open again on that page.
Oh, duh. It's okay. I got nothing private anyway, because most of my replies are don't DM me, ask me in public, so it's okay. Okay, I see lots of hands up. I don't know who was first. Right, so who was first? YK, Francesco, Graham. Who was it? Francesco's pointing down. So Graham's pointing down. So Francesco, are you going to take this or YK? Come on, fight it over. Let's do it.
You can go first, Fred.
Okay, so first of all, the profile picture, yes, it's totally the center. This I can see the face. The header, the morning, it's good, but it's not about development, so it's like in contrast. And then the bio, the content writer messing up with C++, web dev, who need drugs. Okay, but why should I follow you? So I don't see a reason to follow this account unless maybe do some spaces together. Probably I'll just click on the LinkedIn profile here to see if the LinkedIn profile is different and it tells me more. But I'm out of Twitter, so you're out. And the pinned tweet, it says nothing. It says starring, but I don't follow someone because it's only because it's on the 100 days of code. So I don't see a reason to follow this account. That's it. Which probably is wrong. It's my take. I mean, I'm talking about the impression, of course. I think we have been in some spaces together.
But you're right. It's that first impression is so important. Okay, so Kunal, you're last because you put your hand up last, I think. So we've got YK and Graham to fight it over, and then Kunal after that.
I just want to say that I'm leaving. So
okay, that's fine. No worries.
It was this. It was not this. It was this. Bye.
In like 30 seconds. So have a good one. Thanks for having me, everyone.
And thank you so much, Kunal, for joining. I'm just going to share your Twitter in the chat as well. Everyone, drop Kunal a follow. Thank you so much. Okay, YK or Graham, who's going to go?
YK again. Always YK.
Thank you, Graham. You're always so nice and sweet. Just wanted to quickly mention Graham pretends to be bad, but he's really nice. Okay, so I'm usually brutal on most profiles, but this one I actually like, and not because I knew this person before, Tia, good to see you here, but because like it's a good profile in my opinion. Obviously, different people have different opinions. But I can see that, first of all, from her follower growth. She went from like 100 followers to 350 followers in a few weeks, something like that, something like really fast. So it just shows that she's doing something right. And when you look into her profile, I mean, I think her goal is to just make friends. She's not trying to like maximize the number of followers. So I think at that point, like whatever she does on the banner and bio, I feel like it shows who she is, and people, some people obviously like her for who she is. And one thing I wanted to mention is she comments a lot. Like that's great, and she comments on her friends' tweets. That's awesome. Like she has this, group of friends. Hopefully I'm in that circle, and she interacts with them. I think she speaks in spaces sometimes, so that's great. I think the only thing I would say is host spaces. I don't want to be like a broken record, but do it, yeah.
Yeah, but invite us to your when you host a space. To make sure you invite us. That's all I'd say as well. But don't host them at the same time as everyone else. Unfortunately, YK, Francesco, Graham, you all clash. And Kunal's gone, but Kunal invited me to one. I'm like, oh my god, it clashes with mine. Why do you all host spaces at the same time?
It's you that are clashing with us. It's just about the mindset.
That is true. I think you might be right, because if I'm clashing with everybody, then I'm the common. I'm like that. Yeah, it's me. My bad. Okay, I love that. So who else had their hand up? Graham.
So we miss a key element with reviewing these profiles, which is what people want out of their profiles. We're doing it very generically. And I know that Tia joins a lot of spaces on like getting into tech, getting a job, etc., etc. So I am approaching it with that look. And there's just a couple of things of this showcases your personality beautifully. And if you just want Twitter to be a personal space, fantastic. But if you're job hunting, perhaps just a tiny bit of polish, like the messing up with C++ and life, doesn't ring well if anyone's sort of checking you out in sort of like a professional perspective. Who needs drugs? I'm high on coffee. And the thing about BTS, I mean, BTS immediately, I'd never hire you. In fact, you'd be blacklisted for life, the fact that it says BTS on your profile, because, I just hate BTS. No, I'm only joking. But no, the other two, I was being serious. Who needs drugs? I'm high on coffee, messing up with C++ and life. Personal profile, fantastic. If this is for actually like, building up your network and actually hopefully getting hired soon, then perhaps you might want to just rethink those ones and just tone it down a tiny, tiny bit. But other than that, I love it. Like I said, it was just, I know I've seen you in a lot of spaces on that. So I'm making an assumption that's what you might want out of Twitter.
Awesome, great advice. I don't think we've been in any spaces, so we need to fix that this coming week. Hopefully, I need to join some more Twitter spaces now that I'm a bit more settled. What are your thoughts on the banner? So I think you can make more use of that space, and I think that font's quite hard to read and it's a bit small in my opinion. Just my thoughts. But Francesco's shaking his head. Francesco's thinking, Eddie, shut up, Eddie.
I'm just thinking when I think I do this, and I mean it's not bad, but yeah, it depends on your goal, on what. Because I see that in the bio, she's talking a lot about tech. She started by her bio with tech content writer, so it just clashes. It's okay if you want to bring some emotional stuff, but maybe she can consider changing. You can even ask your audience. Yeah, I will try to make a change.
That's true. 356, we're up to 358. Come on, let's get to 360, everyone. Let me share it again. Let's get some nice round numbers going on in there as well. Thanks all for sticking around, supporting. We're still over 100 people watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and follow all the amazing people on stage and the profiles we're reviewing as well. Okay, so should we pick another number now? I don't think I've missed anyone's hands. Graham's got balloons. Let's pick another number. So I'm going to drop this to close. I should have been closing the other ones. As we reviewed them, I forgot. So who hasn't picked a number? And who would like to pick? Everyone, share your number, your issue number in the chat, and someone who hasn't picked one will pick one.
YK's not picked one. YK, hi.
Did you pick YK because they went off camera?
Yeah, exactly. I love doing it. I do it all the time. I'm mean.
We can give YK a break. Oh, you're still there. Okay,
I'm here. I'm always here. Let's do 4444. Oh, by the way, are we reviewing each other's profile at some point?
Oh yeah, we should. Okay, so Emma Wayne hasn't picked one yet, right? So we'll do Emma Wayne to pick one, and then we'll review ours. Or let me ask a question. I know we've lost a few people now, but are you happy to do it another time, just us on a call, I'll record it. I can get it edited just so we can have like the best parts in like a shorter video or something. So maybe record 20 minutes and then we can have like a 6-minute. Like everyone will get a chance to have their profile shown.
I want the live stream effect, Eddie. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. We can do it on live stream. That's just fine. We'll do that. Okay. We'll do that afterwards, and then we'll probably call it a day. Okay. So let's do Hamza's one next. So thanks for picking. What is everyone's thoughts? Emma Wayne, go ahead.
I just love how clean it is. Like, just the text is so nice. The colors work really nice together. You know who they are. I just think it's a really nice, tidy profile. Just looking straight at it. Yeah, and if the following looks good. Scroll down maybe and see what they post, but I like it. It's quite original. I like it.
Definitely very, very clean. I like this that they got like Upwork freelancer. Maybe they don't have to tag Upwork, but it shows that I could hire them if I wanted to. So yeah, I like that. I didn't see whose hand went up first. You have to help me out. Francesca's waving harder.
Can go
I think Graham was first.
You go first,
but Graham, actually, Francesca went first last time, so I'm taking Graham. Go ahead. It's all yours.
Okay, so to sound like a broken record, pin tweet. Everything else is awesome. But as you're saying that obviously you're doing stuff on Upwork, showcase some of the stuff you're doing on Upwork. Give people use it as a sales opportunity. I've landed on your profile. I want to see some of the stuff you've done without having to go over to Upwork. You never know, you might just catch my eye, you might make a sale, but also I might follow you just because I like the design work you do or the development work, whichever, developer work obviously, but if it's design related development work. So yeah, use that pin tweet, use it for self-promotion, definitely. Other than that, pretty pristine looking, if you ask me. It's like I said, nice branding, looks good.
Love that. Thank you so much, Francesco.
So first of all, first impression, great profile. Then the pinned tweet, as Graham said, I'll start saying sharing insightful analysis about web development and then front-end developer, Upwork freelancer. It's a matter of choices, but the first thing that people should see on your profile is, okay, is this person useful for me, or are they just saying who they are? So I would invert those two lines. For the rest, it looks perfect. Maybe they don't know. I have some OCD that arrow is not aligned with the follow button. I'm not a graphic. I'm not a designer, so I don't know. But it's I don't know. It's hurting me.
The problem is it will be on mobile. That's where because I've had that nightmare. It'll line up on mobile.
So we are cursed. But because it looks too good. It looks too good. Like if it was a random arrow, nobody will care. But it's so good that it feels a bit...
True. Maybe you have two arrows side by side. Therefore, you kind of... there's always one arrow that's going to be happy. Okay. Anyone else's hand go up on this one? Graham is coughing. Terrible, Eddie. Terrible idea. So
I was just thinking design advice there. Eddie was amazing. Just add more arrows until it lines up with one of them. Just put them all along. That'll fix it.
Exactly. Is that what we do with your code? I write extra code and just hoping one of them works, and then it's like it's sorted.
The older designer have left the live stream, by the way. So
yeah, it's true. We just lost like 10 people. Okay, don't listen to my advice. But yeah, it's really clean. I shared it in the chat. Everyone dropped them a follow as well. Looks good. Like it. Anyone else's hand up for this one? No. Okay. So everyone share your number in the chat. Emma Wayne is gonna. Oh, Francesco, go ahead.
No, go, Emma. So no, I thought that we were doing another round. So, yeah.
You sure?
Emma Wayne is gonna pick a number from the chat.
I can't decide anything, me.
So read me out the number that you want.
Right,
give people a moment to share.
Because let me go in the private chat. I don't want to look at them. I'll just pick the third person that posted. I just think it's going to be really biased. I'll just end up picking someone I know.
Well, that encourages people to engage with you more for part 2.
I'm biased, by the way, when I choose now.
Just because honest about it, I love it.
Oh gosh.
I think, by the way, okay, while Emma's thinking, Francesco, I think in the private chat is proposing to do a part 2 on his YouTube channel as well. So I think maybe we can go round robin and maybe go around some of our YouTube channels as well.
No, it's just because okay, this live stream is amazing, but of course we are chatting a lot. Remember when I made this, I done like 200 people, and I went crazy, and I had to relax 4 hours after. But I don't know. It's up to you, Eddie. You are the boss here.
Let's chat. I love the idea. I'm not one to kind of try and hold on to everything. I want to do a part 2. If it's on my channel, great. If it's on your channel, great. If it's on someone else's channel, also great. I think the important part is to do it.
I said that we will become a professional Twitter reviewer. This is our destiny.
Exactly. Okay, so Emma Wayne, we've given you enough time, enough suspense. What number have you got for us?
Well, I'm going to go with 4516 because they put Emma in a love heart. So.
Oh, awesome. Okay, let me just close this one.
They won me over.
Keep forgetting to close them. Remember, everyone, if we've reviewed yours, please close it because I've forgotten. Okay, here we go. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Salha? I'm not sure. Please help me in the chat. Give me a kind of a phonetical example.
Don't take random profiles, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully I'm okay. I've been quite lucky today. I have been picking random profiles. I've been really lucky.
You have been lucky, Andy.
I know. I'll close it quick if it's not. Okay, so who wants to give some thoughts first? I mean, I can go. Oh, go ahead, Emma.
I like the colours of the banner.
Okay.
I like that I can see the person. How active are they? I don't know. It looks quite like a new account.
Yeah, it seems quite new. But it seems to be posting about Linux and PHP and so forth. So they seem to be, yeah.
Okay, cool. They've got some retweets from other accounts. Backend developer, read everything about technology in CS, share some knowledge. Okay, it's not bad. How much do they tweet with other people? You know, like engage with others, like replying on things and stuff like that.
Let's have a look and see. Oh, tweets and replies. Oh wow, that's awesome! Look at that live tweeting. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. That's me.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Who is that handsome guy?
Yeah, amazing.
I'm talking about Eddie Jaude, of course.
Yeah, I knew you were talking about me, obviously.
I like that. That's great.
That was brilliant. I need to. I want to reshare that. That was amazing. Actually live as well.
But also receiving random compliments on the chat. People like you make community strong. Thank you, Web Shiva.
I feel like when it's such a small account, like the main focus is just to be like talking with everyone as much as you can, and then just start building up that rapport with people first, and then you'll get more traction with what you tweet. But yeah, that's
exactly.
Good start. I think good start.
And they've got one follower, so they've got one follower, which is good. We're going to hopefully increase that number. They've got 2 now, so I've just shared it in the chat. Let's get it up to 10. I didn't see whose hand went up next. I think it was Francesco, but I made that up.
Yeah, okay. So maybe the profile picture is a bit blurred, so maybe you can take a better one and center it a bit. And I don't see any link, so put a link of something that you want people get directed to. If you want people get directed to, then I would remove the sum. Share some knowledge. It means like sometimes I'm useful. I don't know. So I will just remove the sum. There is no pinned tweet, and I think you are just getting started because I read 41 tweets. So it's I think we are just getting started. So no worries. And you're just done 4 times the followers in just 10 seconds. I would wish that. I would love that growth.
Yeah, 4 times. That's amazing. Okay, that's good. See if we can get 10 times. That would be good. Graham, I think you had your hand up.
Not for my DMs, but yes.
Yeah, so Francesco stole nearly all the things I was going to say, bar one, and this might shock you, but obviously you've got, I think it's Arabic, is it, in the header, but all your tweets are in English. You want to align that. Don't start swapping backwards and forwards between languages. Pick one. Doesn't matter which, but stay on one language, because otherwise half the time your audience is not going to know what you're talking about. So you're effectively having to run two different accounts, or you're halving your effectiveness. So I would, if you're going to tweet in English, then definitely change your header so that it uses English of whatever that says, because apologies, I can't read it. Other than that, Francesco's covered it all. And yeah, great start. Like you said, you've 4x'd your performance in one day. If we could all do that every day, we'd all have billions of followers in a year.
That's so true. I'd love to know what language that is as well, just out of curiosity. Trying to think back to my heritage. I don't think it's like Lebanese Arabic. Maybe it's another form. I'm not sure. I'd love to know. Yes. Any other hand had gone up? No. Okay. Shall we let the roasting begin? And we doing the roasting next? Is that the plan? And then we can get some dinner. I think we're all roughly in the people in a different time zone. I think it's breakfast for him, but I think the rest of us are in lunch, kind of dinner time zone. Okay. So we are going to do everybody. Let me close this as well before I forget. And then let's have a look. We want your feedback, everyone, in the chat. Shall I go first with mine so you can be really, really harsh? Or let me close my tweets again. So in the chat, everyone, this is where you get your own back. And we're going to go through everybody that was on stage with us. Hopefully I've got everybody. So I'll share mine in the chat as well. I don't think I've shared mine once. And everyone go crazy. Give me the honest. Francesco's hand up straight away. So is Graham's. I'm a bit nervous now. Let's do it. Tell me.
Go on, Francesco. You can give him the soft start, and then I'll start being brutal after that.
Can I say one last thing though? If people want green squares for this, I'm gonna give away some green squares. So on this GitHub URL, it's my customized GitHub profile. For every tip that Graham and Francesco say, good or bad, please raise it. And then I won't lose it. I won't forget. But also, you get a GitHub open source green square. So go ahead, give it to me, Francesco. Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, I have to breathe because I'm super biased. Because I think that it's okay. So otherwise, I would just say I love this. Just blind follow him. So first of all, okay, I think that Eddie, you have taken some pictures in the last 2 years, and I think that you can easily find a better one. So now you are so big that people recognize you by that, but it's not centered. I don't know, put a goal and 100K, 70,000K and change that profile picture. I'll say this is from my point of view. I think that it's okay in your case that you start just say who you are because you are so famous that you can do this. That you don't have to say that you share tips about open source because it's great. Your pinned tweet has you put a pinned tweet this live stream, so we are like super biased now that we should say that this is great, but it's not great for you as Eddie. Okay. So remember to change this at the end of the live stream, even if I should not say this since I'm the first one tagged. And yes, you have 69,000 followers, which is nice. And can you scroll a bit up? No, at your profile. And
sorry.
I don't know, the header is okay. I can see it. The header is okay. I can see. Okay, the header is okay, but I don't know. I would expect something more like your thumbnails on YouTube. Maybe you can find something which has that style with your red circle, so something which is very recognizable. The thumbnails are amazing. I think you can easily find something here. And I love that you put some personal stuff because this is how you are. So usually maybe it's not the best, but for you, I think that it's okay. Put some crazy pictures of you. I think you can find even crazier ones. And that's it. I can't go further than this because Ed is amazing. Follow him. We are on his live stream, but okay.
Thank you so much. Okay, I want more. Who was next? Why can't give it to me? I want it.
Go on, Mike. It seems how you've finally woken up and joined us again. You have a go.
I'm always here. I just chill sometimes with my camera off. So Eddie, be ready for this. You know I'm brutal.
I want it. I want it. Don't sugarcoat it for me. I need it straight up.
Okay. But like I like your profile. You're obviously doing really well and been doing it longer than I have in Twitter. So you know a lot of stuff about Twitter. What I would say, yeah, pin tweet. Like I would change it to something that represents what you're gonna post about, or maybe something that something basically that would convert viewers to followers, whatever that might be. And then your tweets are like really engaging. Like you said, your engagements are low, but I don't see it that way. Like especially with the ones with pictures, like your like rate my office. Like I really like those tweets. Anything with pictures, seem to do well. And like your like thought tweets, like yeah, I like your tweets. I think two things I would add is like something that would kind of increase your like close connection with your followers would be nice. Like just saying like hello everyone, or like how's everyone doing, or ask me anything, I will try to answer them. Like that you could say like that's a lot of work, but you could time limit your time box that. I think just like spend an hour or 30 minutes on it, and I think that would make your followers feel more connected to you. And then another thing I would say is like I think you need to take care of yourself more. Like I see you like responding all the time to a lot of people. That's great for your followers, but you need to be like more selfish sometimes too, and take care of your health. Yeah, that's another thing I would say.
No, that is definitely great advice. I do prioritize replying super high. It's the first thing I do every morning and every evening. So every morning and every evening after dinner. So I probably need to prioritize it a bit more, especially as it takes hours. But I really appreciate people taking the time to reply to me. So I kind of want to reply to them, but you're right, it's hard.
Yeah, I think like if you don't reply to everyone, they will understand. Like I think all the followers appreciate you, but your followers probably don't want you to burn out either.
It's true. It's definitely. I don't think I'm going to burn out because I'm Sarah makes sure that I don't work too much. But I think it's affecting me doing like my other courses that I want to create, and doing other content that I really want to do that could help people. So I think in the past, having burnt out before or twice before, I kind of a bit better at that now. But definitely it's stopping me from doing something else. Let's say like Twitter Spaces in the last kind of 2 weeks, I haven't really done anything because I've been doing other things. So yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope people are raising GitHub issues and getting green squares for those. And I can look through those later on. Graham.
Oh, I wish you'd done mine first, because you'll see that I'm basically just everything I've done wrong with my profile, you're doing the same effectively. So I'm basically self-slating at the same time here. But here we go, Eddie. First of all, I agree with YK. It's not scalable, but you're growing too fast. You won't be able to reply to everyone in 3 months' time. You're going to have to find another way around that and kill that dead, because otherwise you are going to sink, and there's other ways you can provide value now. So, yeah, I just wanted to jump on that. But not telling you how to live your life. Let's tell you about your profile. No, there's two things. One, we've mentioned your header, but your header does not match the rest of your branding at all. And yet again, you're at the stage where you're getting noticed for things, and your branding all needs to match because they're all touch points, and this is effectively marketing at this stage. So certainly that needs swapping out now. The other thing is, I've said this before, you are the nicest and friendliest guy possibly on the whole of Twitter. Yeah, and you're well known for the Eddie face, which we all love when we know you. But I would argue that as the first thing someone sees if they don't know you, it can be very bro culture, like threatening style.
Which is the last thing I want. Bro culture.
Which is not,
definitely don't want
you.
that.
So I love it. And I definitely think within all your normal tweets, 100% should be there. But you've got two of these Eddie Joud faces. I don't think they match the personality of you there when I don't know you. Like I said, when I know you, it's hilarious and funny, and you definitely like it always makes me smile. Plus, it gives me great photoshopping opportunity. And then I have one other comment because Francesco stole everything under the sun, so not much. But I really like when people tell me where they live, so I know what time zone they're in. What time zone are you in, Eddie?
That's
UK, Porto, Thailand, Bali. Pick one. Tell us which one you're in at the moment. I think would be a massive one for people.
That hits hard. Doing this real time. Change the profile picture. You're there. Eddie.
Change it to what though? I got so many to pick from. They're all terrible.
The one behind in the header is way better. The one on the left.
Okay, so I will change the banner. I think that's something I'm going to try and do tomorrow morning.
You need time. No
Yeah.
worries.
Exactly. No, thank you so much. And Graham, you had mentioned some of those before, but I need to hear them again. I am a bit slow, so thank you.
There is one more that I will mention, Eddie, and this
Go-
is more
go
of a
easy.
secret thing. It shows
Okay.
your birthday, your full birthday, and I don't like this on anyone's profile when they use their actual name.
No, I
Because
think
you're
I
leaving
think it's
yourself
just for
open.
me, for my account,
I
actually.
think it
Just check
shows
it.
because it's
No.
his account. It shows
No.
because it's on his account.
But some
Okay.
people, it does show for all of them, so just be
No, no, no,
careful.
no.
Yeah,
I
I
saw
don't think
someone's
I
earlier.
don't think it
No.
should show it. I think I did check
Sure.
that because I did worry.
It
One
shows
point.
because it's his account reviewing from his account.
Yeah, which is not good in a live stream though. So either way, I think there is some. I don't know. I should have done it in private browsing or something like that. So that's
Exactly.
good to know for the future. Okay, I will take the hit on this one, but you're absolutely right. Good point. Didn't think about that.
But other than that, obviously it's awesome, and obviously you're an absolute gem when it comes to the content you put out there. So I was nitpicking and just sort of giving you some very brutal last points sort of thing.
No, I love that.
Just want to say, Eddie, that I'm super disappointed that you didn't come to Manchester.
I
Since
know.
Emma and Graham are here. I'm joking.
I know, but we're going to go on the 1st of October. So we will see. James is joining now, and Francesca, you're coming too, right?
I don't know. Nobody invited me, so.
And we've also got Emma's got a surprise. I can't say who. So Emma's got a surprise from Tech Twitter that is coming as well from another country as well. So I almost said the name, but then I remembered it's a surprise.
I mean, I'm not
So,
sure how I can top bringing Francesco over, but we'll see. We'll see if we can bring someone else over as well.
Someone better.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
better is subjective. I mean, that's quite easy. Anyone will do that. But
Graham, we are going to your profile soon.
I know
Yes.
I'm waiting to get absolutely destroyed because all of my advice, I don't follow any of it. But do me next. Do me next.
I'm the same. Don't
It's
worry.
like
Okay.
Alice in Wonderland.
Everyone in the chat, who should we do next from on stage? Let us know. Right, Graham, Emma W, Francesco, Emma D, or YK.
Let's just go in order.
And then we are also going to do Simon's, and we are going to do Kunal's, but we'll probably do those towards the end, as it's not as funny because they're not here to react. Oh, my
Can't
Twitter
keep-
DMs.
Oh
Close
my
the-
word! I keep closing it. Twitter really wants me to look at my DMs. I never look at my DMs anyway.
Everybody's looking at your DMs.
Oh my god!
Close.
What is?
Yeah.
Let me just go through all of them and close it. Come on, Twitter, just learn. There we go. Okay, I think we're good. I closed them all. Okay, so who we get next? Graham. Everyone wants to get Graham. I think got some YKs in there.
I'm feeling a little bit bullied here, to be honest. By
Let's
chat
do
now.
Graham's.
So bully.
Let me share it in the chat as well. Here we go. Everyone follow Graham. Let's see if we can get to 3,100. It's only 16 more. I'm gonna go first. I really hate the profile picture, Graham. Like I really do, because it looks like you're on like I don't know, in like a theme park ride, and you're kind of like getting pushed backwards, like it's, or you're falling back on your chair. I like it that you got your geeky t-shirt in there. I think that's pretty cool. But I think you're sitting down and it looks like you're kind of leaning backwards. I would maybe do something standing up. Like it still might be from the logo and up. So I'm not saying to show more of you, but I think when you're standing up, you're more straight. I think it's just like my laptop's gone a bit like to the side and in kind of those cartoon movies. Where
No, valid point, but I was standing there, but I did have to turn it slightly to get the logo on my chest into view. So valid point, like that one.
So that's my feedback. And this link is very weird. I wouldn't click it.
I agree.
Then why did you put?
Oh, I pinned it because it was my favorite article, and at the time I was very proud of it because it's like gigantic, but it is useless for getting people to follow me.
Yeah, it's just I just don't know. I just worry that it might be, you know, trying to mask some other link sort of thing. That's all. So that's my concern.
Oh, sorry, your mouse is showing further down than where you're pointing. You're pointing at my dev.2 thing with the people.
Yes, with yes, I am.
We're talking
With
about that.
sorry.
yeah. So for me, I wouldn't click that because I just don't know if you're trying to like trick me into clicking something I shouldn't.
No, that's valid. No, interesting.
And I know you, but I still haven't clicked it. Like, that's how worried about it I am.
No, it's a perfectly valid URL. But no, valid point. Very, very good point indeed.
Okay, who wants to go next? YK's come back on cameras. I think YK really wants to get his own
Oh,
background.
yeah.
Francesco beat you with his hand up. Okay, Francesco, go ahead.
Again, a long breath. I don't know this person. Okay. Okay, so the first thing is that no, the profile picture, I like it, to be honest. I see some dots behind, and they don't compare with they have nothing to do with the header, so it's okay. I can't understand. And follow for accessibility tips. So I expect like something a lot of accessibility tips. Accessibility advocate. I don't know if we need to put the advocate word or whatever. But I don't like the 23 years experience in React because I was expecting something. So again, the profile is not to make your friends laugh, but it's for the new people. So pronounce as GIF as GIF, two jokes. So double down, or like I will stop reading and go away. Healthy happy dev and daily dev as last, which I don't know. But can you over on the healthy happy dev? Over. Okay, so this is seems like a side project of some sorts. So I will not put this in the bio until it reaches some validation. I know that you put this in the bio to get the followers, but that's not the point, because it can make look your profile bad. The link, I hate it. I don't like it. I will put your dev.to, and I don't see your dev.to presence. Like, you should tell people that, like, I have many people on dev.to, so as a validation, it's like, I don't know, 20,000, 30,000 followers on dev.to.
Wow.
I'm here, but this is not my main stuff. I do cool stuff. I write cool articles. I don't see your. Everybody is a technical writer, and you are that are the technical writer. Don't put this in the bio. So that and the pinned tweet, it's okay, but why so many tags?
Oh, I was even lazy with it. This is the worst thing about it. I literally just use #share feature. That's literally all I did. And they put all those horrible tags in.
Yeah, but again, the pinned tweet is the most underestimated thing. If you change this, you can get the double the people who check your profile, which is a lot. Because I think that if you make spaces, a lot of people will check your profile when you talk. And I think you missed so many people for your profile picture before and now. So maybe you can use the same effort and grow at double rate. And even with people who also like you, because if some people follow you because of a Twitter space, they've heard your voice. So this can be improved, and you will reach 10K soon anyway, but you can make some improvements.
100% agree with everything said there. And the ironic thing about you saying not having dev.to, that URL is literally goes to the dev.to profile. So, you know.
I don't know, put a redirection, whatever, but I'm not going to click on that in any case.
No, I agree. It was a stupid, a silly purchase, because it's the dev have the two coders as their main sort of branding. And then, yeah, it's a stupid idea, like you said, because it looks like a spammy link. So I've got lots of stupid things on there.
Yeah, and also the healthy happy dev, there's nothing to do with accessibility. So maybe you are thinking but maybe it clashes a bit on what you want to do.
That's about the only thing that, because it's all about health and stuff. But everything else, 100% on the head with. And yeah, it was too early to put healthy happy dev on there. I 100% agree.
And of course,
and straight after this live stream, I'm going to fix all of it, I promise.
Okay, who else has got some thoughts and feedback on it? YK, is your hand up? I can't see. I think your animated things that cutting your hand off. Yeah, over to you.
Okay. So, as I always say, it really depends on your goal, right, Graham? And I feel like your goal has been to just hang out as sort of, I don't know if it's the right word, but like everyone's uncle. And I feel like, you weren't even trying to like get a lot of followers. That's why you have like these jokes in your bio. And I think that's fine. Like not everyone has to like optimize for, you know, the maximum number of followers. Sometimes you just want to hang out. So totally get that. I would change the pin tweet, obviously, you know, the link, everything Francesco said. I think some of it, you know, you can apply. I honestly, the biggest thing I would say is your handle. So, you know, your profile picture is much better than before. You know, you had this corporate logo thing going on. I wasn't even sure if you're a person, but now I know you're a person. But from the handle, like, you know, like I understand where it's coming from, but like people, I think a lot of people are confused, and, you know, would be confused. It's like, it's not consistent. So I would change it to something like, I don't know, accessible gram. I feel like that would be a good one. Or maybe like, I don't know, troll gram if you want to be funnier. Yeah, those are some of my suggestions.
I don't dare change it because I worry that I'm gonna like. People have said you just lose all your history basically when you change it. So
I don't think that's true.
No.
And just
you
want
change
to say,
yours, Eddie, and then I'll do it.
No, but
No,
the thing is,
I changed mine. Like I had like happy healthy bot, and then I changed it to Spaces Dojo because, you know, like I wanted.
It had 4 followers at the time. If you know, there wasn't much risk there.
But I think the thing I want to say to that, Graham, is you're eventually going to change it. I really believe you are. So it's better to do it sooner rather than later. Is all I'm going to say. Like you're doing it now at 3,000. It's better than at 30,000.
What Eddie said.
Yeah.
I had the chance. I said this because I had a chance to change this when I had 3,000, and I have 4 at the end, and now I'm not gonna change it anymore. So if you don't want to change it, it's okay. If you think that you want to change it, the sooner.
Okay, I'm going to do that as well. I am taking every single thing on board. I'm going to do all of them tonight. So keep it coming.
Oh wow, love this. Someone take a screenshot and do before and after, and hopefully you can get that 3,100. Come on, 13 more to go. Let's go.
Click the follow button.
Yes. Any other feedback, or shall we move on to the next one? Okay, move on to the next one. So who have we done? Let's pick Emma, and Emma are a bit quiet. So everyone in the chat, write D or W. So it's W for Emma Wayne and D for Emma Dawson. Let's see. Who have we got? Don't be shy. They've both got awesome profiles and lovely people. But let's just make sure they don't fall asleep. So let's have a look. Or unless one of the Emmas would like to volunteer. Got D. Okay. Okay, let's do that one next. Let everyone have a look, and I'll share it in the chat as well. Emma, at least get Emma to 250. Come on, let's do it. Oh, a couple of W's in there. Wow. Okay. Well, I picked D before I saw W's to come up, so my bad. Okay. Everyone, let's have a look. I know what people are going to say. Graham's hands up. I know what he's going to say. It says Emma Dawson in the banner, but also the profile says Emma Dawson. So it's like duplicate information. Is that what you're going to say, Graham? Or are you going to say it a lot better than I did?
No, that was one little thing. But yeah, again, it's a personal account, so I don't think that matters too much. The one thing that really immediately, and it's annoyed me for a long time, this Emma, so I'm glad we're on a live stream. You've got this little circle in the bottom right-hand corner on this.
Oh, yes!
I've just noticed
I have no
that.
idea what the hell it is.
I was trying to click it.
It's a subliminal message. Subliminal message.
I've never seen it before. I've just noticed it now. I'll fix it.
So that's the one little one there. And then obviously you've got the Ali and then accessibility, which I know is kind of a necessary evil, but I would pick one because you've got 3 hashtags in a row. It looks a bit spammy. And obviously you want to keep the open source enough for you. And then yet again, same as my problem and everybody else's, no pin tweet. Like, tell people why to follow you. You're awesome. Tell people why you're awesome. Like I said, that's going to be the big thing I'm going to be really focusing on is selling myself in my pin tweet. I think I'm going to craft one specially for it. And I think you should too, because you add so much value everywhere you go. But here, I can't tell that you add that value yet. And that's all. And maybe I'd probably say change the background to match your purple and light blue gradient, on your actual profile picture, because you've got the clouds, but then you've got that. And I actually quite like that dark purple gradient thing you've got going on. So perhaps if you can cut yourself out up to with remove.bg or something, and put a different background in, that'd be awesome.
Graham, eagle eyes. Yeah, exactly right.
No, it's
Thanks, Glory.
great advice, and I know exactly. I was thinking the same thing.
June December 2011. Wow.
Also, we're talking. I've just realised. Sorry, we're talking about people's handles. Emma, by now, surely you've learned of code that we don't need the Emma learns code. Surely it's Emma masters code or dominates code by this stage. Sounds a little bit like
She's
full
probably-
junior dev mode.
Yeah. She's probably learned JavaScript.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Forever,
It's that maybe.
forever and ever learning JavaScript. No, I have debated this name as well. Like, should I change it or should I just keep it because I've had it now for like 3 years? So I'm not quite sure.
It's a hard one because people who, I mean, I don't really look at your username because I have, I see your name and know who you are and so forth. But so I don't really look at this. But what it makes me think of, I'm looking at it now, trying to refresh my eyes-ish, the best I can do. It makes me think of the people who put like aspiring developer in bios. It makes me think of that. So yeah, maybe just remove the word learn, so just Emma Codes if you don't want to put use it as your name. I would recommend
My
your
name is so
like, just
common
Emma
that
Dawson.
it's like impossible to get anything without having a whole string of numbers at the end.
Got you. Yeah, don't
Which
put a
is
4
really-
at the end like
yeah.
Francesco did. At least you're gonna put a number. At least put 1. I'm sure that was taken already. Put 0. I wonder if 0 is taken. Right, all JavaScript numbers start from 0, right? So yeah, maybe remove the word learn. So maybe just codes. I don't know. Just YK, your hands up. Sorry, YK, just unmute yourself. Shout.
Yeah, so I would 100% change it. Like, totally get that you've been using this username for a long time, or this handle. But I think sometimes you gotta take the jump. It goes to both Graham and Emma. It's scary, I understand, but you gotta do it. That like people will understand. Like, I actually had 100 followers when I changed my third account profile handle, and people still got it because like I had the same profile image, the banner image, the bio, everything. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. The only thing that would change is mentions. Comments are gonna still be there, but everything is gonna be fine. Like, I wouldn't worry about it. And then if you're like really into accessibility, like you might want to do like accessible Emma or open source Emma. I feel like one of those combinations should work.
Graham, go ahead.
Emma, if you're feeling really brave, I've found Emma Source and Dev is available. I mean, that's pretty good. Emma Source and Emma Dawson.
Emma Dawson. I was like,
Emma Source. It's all right.
we're talking about changing a Twitter
earlier,
username, not actual the person's name, like a deep hole.
Change
Whatever
your
you
name
call
by
it.
deep hole. No, Emma Dawson Dev. So that's a pretty good fallback if you're struggling to find one.
Nice. I love that. How proactive is that? Actually gone to just look at some options.
Yeah,
Absolutely
thank you.
amazing.
That would match my.
Oh yes.
That would match my URL as well.
Oh my god! No, you have to change it to that. That is like the best one.
Do it now before someone steals it.
Yeah, I love that.
Do it.
And then let us know. Let us know if it breaks everything and you lose all your followers, and because then Graham won't change his.
That's why I'm literally throwing Emma into the lions and going on. See if you can survive. If you can, then I'll do it.
So next up, should we pick another one now? Okay, so next up on my tab, we've got Francesco. So let's go a bit crazy on Francesco. What do you all think?
I'm joking, of course.
I mean, this is going to be tough because Francesco's done a lot of work on his profile. But give me a minute, I'll find some.
What finds something? Go ahead.
So I know this because like he asked me to read it before. I already did it, so I'm gonna do it again. Great everything. Like obviously Francesco is a Twitter master. We can learn from him. 9,700 followers.
9.7 thousand. That's pretty good. Well done, Francesco.
Still nice.
Yeah, great. Great pin tweet, and I feel like this is something we all learn from. Like you post a lot of selfies and people relate to that. You know, you relate to people in India. That's cool too. I feel like you have like this strong connection with your followers. I think that's something, you know, people appreciate. The only thing I was saying was like you can try like tweeting stuff from your spaces, like quoting people. I think that's like a good way to get extra content. But you know, I understand like it's a lot of stuff like when you're in a space. So totally get like if it's like,
sorry, okay, I didn't get it.
like
stuff.
So when you're in a space, someone says something memorable, you can like quote them and tweet it, mention them.
Okay, but this is about the behavior on Twitter. Okay.
Yeah, is it not part of your Twitter profile?
I don't know. I've never done it. Like if someone says something in a space, I should tweet tagging them.
Yeah, you know, that's something I do sometimes. It works.
Who
It's
else?
not for everyone, obviously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
I've
like
never done this, but
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like if it's not your thing, you know, totally get that.
Okay, Graham's hands up. I'll let Graham go first. Sorry.
Say
Oh,
bad things, please. I need to improve.
I'm going to try, don't worry, but there isn't much to pick up on. Two things.
much.
One, I love the banner. However, it all looks very squashed. I love all the elements in it, but I feel like you could just slightly redesign it, improve the spacing, make your little avatar, awesome avatar thing that sorry, I forgot the name. What's the new design?
Maya Shavina.
Yeah, my
Oh,
editor.
Francesco, can you DM me that link? Who made it for you? I need to update mine, I think.
With what link?
So whoever created it for you, so I can commission maybe them to create something for me. Is that what you're saying? For they made your avatar?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know who it was. Like DM it to me. And I can. Sorry, Graham, carry on.
No, it's fine. So I was going to say, just like make it a little bit smaller so it's in line with the DevOps Web3 podcast, then it all looks like nice and balanced. So that's one minor thing. Second, I love and hate your profile picture all at the same time.
Yes, me too. That's what I was going to say.
Because like you stand out, but you also look a little bit psychotic, and it's one of those really difficult ones to actually go, is it a good or a bad thing? I don't actually know. You know, I think it's a very professional looking photo compared to a lot of them on Twitter.
To be honest,
You are scary.
no. To be honest, this is a random picture. I got this picture random because when I became a Docker captain, they needed a picture. So I literally shot this picture without even posing. Like it was very random, and I was very happy. By the way, I'm fixing at least the color grading of this. So this is an update that I want to do. I don't know if I'll change totally the profile picture at some point, but of course, this is I agree that I also sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't like it. But now people recognize me. The reason why I changed this is because before that I had black and white profile picture, super serious. So I thought that this was at least better. But of course, I can take a better one. I think.
I want to take a better one of you, Francesco. So next time, when you come to the Manchester meetup, I'll take a photo of you. And I think someone has just said, "Do you want pineapple on your pizza?" And you've given that face.
Oh,
That's
no,
what makes me think
don't
of.
do that.
Okay, sorry, Graham. Over to you.
Yes, like I said, it's one of those. It's so iconic at this point. It's hard for you to change it, but that was just. I'm nitpicking. I have to nitpick because your profile's awesome. One last one. On the third line of your bio, it says links and an arrow, and there needs to be a space after links and the arrow. It's too close together. I don't know what it is. The spacing doesn't look right. That is literally all I can find on your profile because obviously it's so well crafted. Your pinned tweet is a masterpiece. It's the sort of thing I should actually do. That's it. That's all I've got for you. Oh yeah, change your username so it's got rid of the 4. Come on. Nobody trusts people with numbers in their name.
Try to type Francesco Ciulla. There is a person who got this tag and he stopped using Twitter 11 years ago. Check
Oh no!
I hate that.
I think that I also know the person because it had the same name and surname, and there is a group of people on Facebook that had this name, like Francesco Ciulla. There is a group of people which has this name and surname because it's kind of common. So I think that I know who that person is, but to be honest, I don't care. The real reason is that because I'm waiting for Web 4.
But they jumped to Web 5, so that plan went out the window.
So then I'm gonna just leave it.
That's why Francesco's on Web 6. So, yeah. But he doesn't want to tell anyone about it. That's why he's got the 4. For me, Francesco, I don't know if anyone else's hand is up, but for me, your bio, it'd be easier to read if it was over multiple lines, what I've done to mine recently. So if each kind of section was on a different line, I'd find it easier to read.
The problem is that I think that on mobile, Twitter just messes up and put everything without spaces, without.
Oh, really?
So usually on mobile, you see something strange
check.
anyway. But I think that I can improve my bio. I have many things.
Oh, you're right. No,
and
you're
also,
right.
And also the banner, you are totally right, Graham. The reason is that I wanted to put the mascot. So of course, since I'm not a designer, I made a mess. Because before we had the 3 aligned icons, and so thank you for reminding me this. It was on the list of things to do, but thank you. Emma, go hard, Emma. I want to improve, please. I want to improve.
You need to follow more people, love. What's going on? No, you need to follow Naomi. I'm reading the comments.
But she doesn't follow me. She doesn't
What?
Come on.
What
How
is
are you
she
follow me
asking
either?
about?
manager?
What? I don't believe that. Really?
I don't know. I'm just taking it as the gospel in the chat. I don't know.
Maybe needs to follow people as well.
Oh, come on, Nate.
I mean, how can you ask to be followed if you follow?
The follow for follow stuff, right?
What is this?
But you're right about the bio on the mobile. It just put it on one line. I didn't realize that. Who uses mobile anyway? I'm always on my laptop.
90% of people.
Yes.
No, but it looks really good. I agree. Francesco's looks really good. Any other feedback for Francesco's? I would say change the profile picture as well. This scares me a little bit.
Said by Eddie Jaude. I take this as an insult. Said by Eddie Jaude, change your profile picture. Okay.
Eddie saying you take scary pictures with the pictures that Eddie puts out really is horrendous.
But the thing is, I think mine look funny. This looks really serious. But like, I don't know. I just think this looks really serious. It reminds me of a movie character. I can't think who it is.
No,
I'll have a Google later on.
The thing is that I am just ugly. That's
No
it.
way, not at all. Francesco, whenever I think of you, I think of pineapple on pizza. So, that's a lovely thing. So I think you're lovely. So it's fine. It's just you look like, I don't know. It's just, I know what you remind me of. Do you remember? Oh, Francesco's gone. Oh, he's back. Okay. Listen, now you're smiling.
I just quit. Yeah.
Now you're smiling, Francesco. I think you look great. That's your profile picture. I think that's awesome. But like, do you remember like in Terminator 2 when he's they're trying to teach like the Arnold Schwarzenegger how to smile, and he's like it just seems like not so natural. Whereas your smile now was supernatural. Emma's got their hand up. I hope she's gonna save me because I'm like kind of digging deeper and deeper.
Yeah, I was gonna say just that thing. It's a not natural smile. It's because the eyes don't squint, and therefore it looks very unnatural. It's like a forced smile. So you need to do more like squinty eyes when you smile.
I'm practicing. To be honest, no, you're laughing, but for me, smiling in a picture it's always been weird. I'm practicing like these days when I go for a run, but for me it's weird to smile on a picture when I take a picture because I make videos but for me it's still crazy, and I've taken this picture really random, but thank you. It's true.
Here you go. I found it. This on the right.
I mean, being compared to Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's always a compliment. Go on, do whatever you want. Go on. It's okay. Perfect. Arnold, we are friends.
I feel another one of my terrible photoshops.
Amazing photoshops, and well done, Francesco.
I'm not the physic to compare to him, but you can...
You just hit 9.7 million on Twitter. Well done.
Nice. Giveaway at 10 million. So...
Brilliant. Okay, if there's no more feedback. Oh, sorry, Emma, was there anything else on that as well?
I was just going to say that I got a cracking selfie with Francesco the other week, so I think that should be the next DP. That should be the next profile picture,
Do it. and also put Emma Wayne in your bio to give her credit for the photo as well.
Peace out.
Of course.
Awesome. Okay, so talking about Emma Wayne, I think she is next on our hit list.
Oh gosh, no. I mean, don't like follow me as an example.
Yes. So true.
I know, but I don't take my account seriously at all.
Well,
It's just like
10.9 thousand people take it seriously.
Thanks.
Go ahead, Francesco.
Okay, again, a long breath. Okay, so first, I like that the profile picture has the background the same as the header. Building communities in tech, so it's cool. Then I start reading the bio career changer. It seems that like you change career, like career changer, like you tweet something about careers. Like this is what I the first feeling like. And then from beauty, so maybe okay, now understand. And Jamstack Wellness Eddie Hub ambassador is okay. Maybe you can add a couple of things in your bio. I would remove Eddie Hub from the bio. And and the link I think it's okay. I don't know if it redirects to something about it's a portfolio. And the pinned tweet, I got the job. That's great. I also want to say that I got a job, I quit a job. It's okay. But will people follow you because you got a job? So I would put something to, for example, about like communities, because I see communities in tech or Jamstack or wellness or Eddie Hub, even Eddie Hub. But that, and I will not start with career changer, because people are not following you because you switched career. People follow you because they have something out of your account. This is a mistake that I also made like at the beginning. So yes, the rest, amazing person. Follow her.
But also, actually, just thinking about that, I don't know if anyone hands up. I'm jumping in. The whole career changer, I think it's super important, but maybe not for your bio. I think I love career changes. I think it's amazing. It's so inspires so many other people who can do the same as well. I met people last night for dinner, and their career changes in tech, and I just loved hearing their story. But I don't know. For me, again, that makes me think of when people put inspiring coder or something like that. I don't know why that comes to mind, because I think maybe in 3 years or 5 years or whatever it is, you wouldn't put that on your profile. So maybe that's why I think that. I don't know if it's a correct thing to think. I'm sorry if it isn't. So I love that. I mean, definitely have that as part of your story, but maybe not in that. You got one line bio. So maybe not have it right at the beginning, maybe at the end of the bio or something like that. I love it that you got Eddie Hub in there. So thank you, and the rabbit too as well, which is so cool. Oh, YK hands up. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I think I'll need to repeat myself here, but I think I have a slightly different take on this. Emma, I feel like your goal, if I understand it correctly, it seems like just like kind of like Graham, just to hang out here, support other people, and for those goals, I feel like you're doing everything like correctly, like. Even just career changer from beauty to tech, I think that speaks to you, that shows who you are. You're not necessarily trying to like convert followers. I think you had your profile private before. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I guess it's public now. Yeah, so like totally get that. I think some people like to have things more private. Like literally private sometimes. Like just more smaller circle sometimes. I've seen you do like a lot of retweets, comment on people's tweets, just supporting them. So I feel like you're doing everything you can to like for your goal, and there's nothing to be like ashamed of for that.
Thank you. Love you.
I want to check out this link page as well.
Oh, yeah, it needs updating, but yeah.
Wow, welcome to the 90s. I like it. That is
Born in the
retro.
90s, so
Naomi does retro stuff as well. Where's Naomi's ones? As well. It's very retro. Yes. Okay. So who else for Emma? Graham, your hands up. Go ahead.
Oh, Emma, here we go.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Emma,
Drum roll.
it's actually great. I do agree for what you're currently doing with it. It's wonderful, but I do think you're probably at the point now where you can switch over to being a bit more serious with Twitter because, you know, you've done the hard graft. You've got 11K followers.
I don't want to
You
be
can still have fun, but actually just try and pick a topic to talk about regularly so
Yeah.
that people start to know you for something other than just being the nicest person on Twitter, which is a great title, but...
well, hold a second. I agree with you there, but you gave me that title. You said you can't have more
man
than
on Twitter. I said nicest man.
Okay.
Emma is the nicest
Okay.
person on
I'm happy to
Twitter.
share that title with Emma. Emma's awesome. I'm just saying. I'm just calling you out on it. You can't use it for everybody. It will wear out.
There's just two of you. Just two of
Okay,
you.
okay.
Although saying that the other Emma was also the nicest person on Twitter. So yeah, basically, I think I'm just lying to you. But one thing, Emma, that you have to fix. There is no space between beauty and that nail emoji. Why can't people put spaces between emojis? Just make it even. It annoys me. There's a gap. There's a no space there. Same as Francesco's problem. Put a space between beauty and the nail emoji. But other than that, I think it works really well. I think it shows your personality well. You are all sunshines and rainbows and amazing. Also hilarious when drunk, I might add. I'd probably say just use a little bit more of your bio space as well. There's a lot more to you. You've got space to say it, so maybe add a couple more things in at the end that about your interests and what you like to do. And then obviously if you do switch to being serious, I agree with Francesca. The pinned tweet is from November last year about you getting a job. Is that the most exciting thing that's happened to you in the last 6 months? No, there's more exciting things since then. So come up with something better for that, probably. But other than that, love all your little branding with all the swirly colours and everything. It's awesome. And the retro look.
Yeah, she's very recognizable. So this is good.
And no one else hands up, so I'm going to go. Just say, Emma, you know, it's so authentic. I absolutely love it. The only thing I would say is if you wanted to start maybe monetizing, you know, making some money from your Twitter, then yeah, take Graham's advice on like trying to go more niche, trying to be known for like one specific thing. At 11K, you can definitely, you know, get paid for your tweets. So I think that's something that you could do, definitely.
Thank you. I know, I just don't want to do any work.
But it's, you know, okay, that's a conversation another time. Maybe we'll have I've got some tips and advice that maybe I could give you, and we could, you know, I think you're doing all the hard work already. I don't think that to make it get paid for some stuff that's on your brand could be quite good. We talk about that another time. Anyone else, or should we move on to the next one? But I see you getting lots of love in the chat as well, which is awesome.
Oh, love you guys. Love everyone.
Everyone, not guys. You love everyone.
No, I slipped up and corrected myself.
Perfect. By the way, people DMing me to get their profiles reviewed. We will do a part 2, but yeah, please don't give me any more DMs. Okay, so I got a notification from your Twitter, from the GitHub issue as well. So I got both. Right, next up we have YK. Okay, let's get back at YK. Who wants to go first? Let's have a look. Let me share it in the chat. You all know YK Twitter, but I'm gonna share it in the chat as well. YK is catching me up fast, so don't follow him, please. Okay, I don't know who went first. Graham, Francesco, whose hand went up first?
I'm taking this one first. I'm going to give you all the goods to Francesco, but there's one thing with YK's profile that's always bothered me. Why does your background look like you're an architect? Like your header, just immediately I just think CS Dojo architecture. It's so out of scope for all the other things that you do. It's just so unmatching. It's just odd to me. So I just wanted to steal that one because every time I see it, and it annoys me even more because you've got a hexagon, you've got diagonal lines, yet the diagonal lines do not line up with the diagonals of the hexagon. Yeah. Come on, you could have just tilted it like 10 degrees and made it look a lot better. So yeah, that's the one thing that's always annoyed me about your profile. Other than that, obviously I love it, but I'll let Francesco rip you to shreds properly, bud.
I remember why there is this header, and yes, this is a great profile, profile. Maybe the profile picture can be something else, but I mean, now everyone recognizes you. I think it's not your best picture. So like you can just look straight on the camera. So maybe when you will change, you can change the angle. But I mean, it's okay. People already know you. the link is perfect. In your case, it's okay. CS Dojo on YouTube, you are telling us who you are, which was great for me when I went on your Twitter profile after you sent me the email. So okay, it's you. Join the community. It's okay. Previous Google, Microsoft. Okay, maybe Prev is not super clear to someone, but it seems that like you are a Prev at Google and Microsoft. But maybe I don't know if you are out of charters. And follow for frequent life, Twitter growth, and Connie tips. It's true, so it's good. And the pinned tweet the other day at the coffee chat. It's maybe this got a lot of likes, but it's not maybe optimized to get followed. So I think
I can explain that one.
Yeah, but I mean, in the pinned tweet, I would put, I don't know, at least a profile, a picture of yourself when you're at a different angle, or you can make a video, or you can put. Can you go back on the pinned tweet, even if this is great?
No, I can explain that one. Like, so you know,
This
usually,
is my impression, but okay.
yeah, like before that tweet, I used to have, you know, like regular pinned tweets, like, you know, hey, like 30,000 people, like here's a list of things I tweet, and those pinned tweets do well, and they worked well on my profile too. But this one, it's not just the likes. I got a lot of followers. I got like literally 4,000 followers from the single tweet. So that told me, okay, you know, when, yeah, it's a lot. Like that told me when people see this tweet, they want to follow me. I think the logic there is, you know, it just shows that I help people, and a lot of people who want to be helped too. And I think the conversion rate is probably about the same as like my previous tweet, but I'm keeping this one because I feel like this gets the right kinds of followers. You know, basically, I want people who are, you know, more serious about their career, who want to, you know, improve their career, get paid more maybe. It seems to convert the right people. Like I get about 300 followers a day, so it seems to be working, at least for now.
Nice. And I think it would be great to make a live stream or Twitter space with them, so they can like say this to everyone. So by the way, we all know your value, so you don't have to prove anything, but maybe it would be nice to share this also with someone else. I see joined January 2010, so it's 3 years before me, and we are here now. Just started a very not much time ago, but of course you are doing great.
I have one last tiny thing to add, YK. So between British Columbia and the Canadian flag, there's no space. Will you put a space? Everybody, put spaces.
Spaces are your friends.
Like spaces, YK. You like spaces. Put spaces.
No, I like spaces, but it's the character limit. I tried my best, you know. I used to have the city name, but I felt like the city name is too personal, so I decided to put British Columbia, and the Canadian flag is kind of important to me. Yeah, I did my best, you know.
If you hit the character limit, I'll let you off with that one then. But yeah, spaces, everyone, spaces next to your emojis.
Now I'll check all the tweets of Graham, and I'll find a single tweet when you didn't got the space. I have stuff to do. This evening.
Graham, I think you need to host spaces. That's what you need.
Done enough spaces for a few weeks. I need some break.
I think Emma, you had your hand up as well, didn't you? Emma Wayne, no.
No.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah. Done a lot of like, you know, loving and kiss, and yeah, I don't. Just look at the comments now and just laughing.
Okay, no worries. I'm looking at YK's banner, and all I can think of is architect now. I can see why, but I didn't see it, if that makes sense, before. And now that's all I can see. So I'm sorry, YK, you got to change that. But your profile picture is so awesome. I really love how you've kind of made yourself glow, and you put code in the background. I'm actually going to think of trying to do something similar for mine. And you look really happy in that, yet it looks like concentrating, focusing on the code that's behind you. I love the picture. I'm going to try and steal it a bit, but not your banner. I'm not stealing your banner. That's all yours.
Yeah.
Or maybe you should update that and leave those to the architect. And now these lines, like, oh my god, it's all I can see. Graham, you've ruined it for like, this is like you and someone like takes their hand down the chalkboard at school. Like, this is what this is like. I need to move on.
My job is complete.
I need to move on. And then you said my email. I don't think that's an email.
Yeah, my email.
But that's not an email, is it?
It's my email is in that link.
Okay.
People can find
No,
it.
that's just the first link. Then you have to
work for it.
Yeah.
Okay, got
It's
you.
the
Well,
first step.
it's like a blooming egg hunt, Easter egg hunt. You've got to go round the houses, and eventually you can find his email address to email it.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't respond anyway. So
I respond.
I will be
I
very
do.
disappointed if he doesn't respond after all this. By the way, I got his mail because he mailed me first. Great.
Okay, if we're not, we'll move on. So Kunal's back. Kunal, I hope your calls went well. I have to go for dinner soon, so we're going to wrap this up. We've got 3 more to do.
Coming back to get roasted. Well done,
Yes,
Kunal.
exactly. Perfect timing, Kunal. I love it. So let's do it. So obviously an amazing profile, almost at 100K. Let me share it in the chat. Profile picture looks good. I'm jumping in first. I don't like this part in the banner. It looks like you kind of like, is it the olden Italian museum things? You have like they call it the bust or something? Like they're all kind of white marble or whatever they are. I don't know.
Yes.
It just looks like that. So I would maybe move the picture down a bit just so it's like on the bottom. That's my only thoughts on that. And let me just share yours in the chat. I'll let other people go.
Just wanted to quickly mention I'm leaving now, but thank you so much for having me, Eddie, and everyone.
Thank you so much, YK. We have gone on a lot longer than I thought, so I really appreciate people hanging around and coming back and all the rest. So yeah, we need to drop off. YK, thank you so much again. I know we'll do part 2 soon, and we'll do Twitter Spaces soon as well.
Sounds good. Yeah, and I'm expecting Graham to host more spaces and change his handle. I'm expecting that.
have my word, YK, on everything other than hosting more spaces. I'm taking a break from that.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thanks. Okay, so whose hands are up? Francesco.
Yeah. Here it's hard, always hard to review the profile picture, the profiles of my friends. What Eddie said, can you go on the top?
Sorry.
What Eddie said. So it seems you are floating. It's great, the idea that you are looking at the text. So it's great. Maybe you can make this a bit larger, but again, it's good. I see many tags, but I mean, I think that for you it's okay because you do so many things that you can barely fit them in the Twitter bio. So that's okay. Maybe if you can remove one, maybe put a link, because I think that is already the link on your website. But I mean, it's okay. The pinned tweet is it's about your DevRel award. So if you're doing DevRel, I think that it's fine. So I have not much to say here. Great profile, great person, great educator, great everything. So this is my profile review.
Yeah, some people are hard to review because they look good. Sorry, could I go ahead?
No, I was just saying thanks.
The one thing I would like, again, like I said, your profile picture looks awesome, looks great. The remote, I think, a lot of people are remote now, and I'd love to know what time zone you're in. And I know you move around.
Maybe you can put your time zone, because I never know what your time zone is. If it's India, US, I don't know. So
UK, Spain, like, you're becoming more and more of a digital nomad. So I think just your current location, I think is good, which is what I've started doing as well. So you weren't here, but I updated mine live. I've changed mine to Porto, Portugal, because that's where I am at the moment. So yeah.
Well.
Okay. I need to get going. Tea's ready. Thank you.
Thanks, Emma.
Right now, thank you so much, and I've really enjoyed the stream, and I can't wait to do another one soon.
Yes, part 2 soon. Thanks, Emma. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Emma. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so what else have we got? I think it looks really good. I think you're really active. You engage with people, and you also, shout out lots of people, which I really, really love. Like, there's so many people to follow, and I love it when I follow people who then shout out other people, because then that kind of, you know, just helps me follow more people, but also helps me know what else is going on and so on. So I love that. So Graham, your hands up. You need to zoom in, Graham, a bit more.
Sorry, I can't zoom in. It's Eddie, not all of us have £10,000 worth of video equipment. I've got a crappy little webcam. It doesn't zoom.
It was 20,000, if you must know.
Yeah, and next you'll be telling me, oh, switch on your auto prompt so that you can read what you're saying. No, I don't have that, Eddie. No.
That's only like $50. That's fine. You can get one of those.
They're humans, Eddie. Yeah.
Yes, I honestly, it's so difficult because you probably have the best profile out of all of us, even possibly Francesco. I don't know. It's close.
I think
Two
it's
little
better.
things, and this is me being mega picky. Your name in your banner. You ironically you picked up on that before with someone else, and then you have it in yours, but then you make it that light, nobody can bloody read it anyway. So why is it even there? So I would probably get rid of that. We've already covered the blooming ghost version of you that's floating around in mid space for no reason, so that's fine. And the only other one is your pin tweet's awesome, because obviously congratulations on that. That's awesome. But it doesn't tell me as someone new who doesn't really know you why I should follow you. It feels more like it's something to be celebrated, but it feels more like a boast than the other thing. You're selling yourself there. So that's it. Honestly, these are real nitpicks. Your profile is absolutely incredible. But those were the three best I could come up with, because we're here to be roasted. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, I'll change it after the session. I have to edit the banner. I'll do that.
The good thing is that you can change it and then tweet. Like, I changed my Twitter head, and then you get like 100,000 of people checking your profile. So that's great.
It's very true.
Just to make the tweet. I'll change the header to make the tweet.
Very, very true. It's more content, but I don't think Kunal's short on content. But yeah, it's worth it, definitely. Okay. Any more feedback on Kunal's? If
I just
not,
want to say in advance, 100K's round the corner. It's not going to take long. So just wanted to say that in advance.
Yeah, we can do that right now for you.
Oh no, what are you doing? No hacking. You're not allowed to hack. It's illegal to hack.
Eddie, you are among developers. You are not impressing anyone.
It's true. I'm hoping someone looked away for that moment. And well done, Kunal, 100K. Everyone say congratulations. Okay, so next up is Simon, who isn't here to defend themselves. So let's go. And then Simon said they will watch the replay, so they will see this. So let's be nice and honest. So let's go. So what are your thoughts?
No, I just want to say, like, it's almost midnight here, so I'll go.
Yeah, no worries, Kunal. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming
having me.
back.
This is great. Bye.
Bye. So I know what my thoughts are on this. Oh, Graham, your hands up. Oh, and Emma's as well. Okay, Simon, if you're watching this on the replay, get ready.
Hey, if Emma's hands up, Emma definitely needs to go before me. So go on, Emma. Rip it to shreds.
Okay, thank you. No, it's a really nice profile picture. I just think the banner is a little bit disturbing with the wonky text, and on all the colors needs to be maybe toned down a little bit. But other than that, I think it's pretty good.
So for me, Graham, can I jump in there? Sorry. For me, the banner, I kind of see the wonky text now. I don't mind it so much. For me, it's actually the profile picture, because it's got this blue around it. I think he's always on a Twitter space. So whenever I see Simon's profile, he's on a Twitter space again.
That's purple, not blue.
But you know, it's just I don't pay that much attention to it, but it's the circle. Like I see a circle, I think Twitter space. So I click on it and then I get his picture. I'm like, where's the Twitter space? But he's not in one. But you're right, it might be purple. I'm you know, some people might be colorblind. I'm just a bit of a kind of, you know, joker, so I don't really pay that much attention to those sorts of details. But yeah, so it's just the circle around it doesn't work for me. But great picture as always. Graham,
I already know what Graham is going about.
Go on. Space. Let me see. Is there a space? There's spaces here. No, there's a space there and there's a space there. We're good.
Oh no, he's good on his emoji use. Oh no, he's not upset me with that. No. There's other things he's upset me with. He's a floating head in his profile picture when it's small. He wore a dark blue t-shirt with a dark blue background. So in his profile picture, he's floating head when it's a small version of it. If you look in his timeline, So first thing first, just change that background slightly, change the shade, and then it'll look a little better. I am being super picky again because these profiles awesome from the top down. We all know that the header is absolutely atrocious. Simon, please swap that out. That is, I don't even know what it is. Like, it doesn't say any. You do so many amazing things that I don't understand what that header's about. It's horrible. Sorry.
Let's be honest here. You know, don't hold back, Graham. Come on.
I'm not holding back. And Simon and I literally only met today, so this is even better because you know.
Simon, don't watch this. Don't watch it.
You're going to think I'm an absolute hole. So yeah, but other than that, Simon's profile is awesome. He gets straight to the point. You know, feedhive.io, which I will give a big up. We use that daily. I know Eddie uses it. It's awesome. Yeah. The only other thing is his pinned tweet is really good, but I would have expected that to also talk about Feedhive. I don't know why. I feel like it should do, but who knows? Maybe the email drips. I've not watched the video, to be honest with you. So maybe it is actually very closely related to what he's doing at the moment. Other than that, it's an awesome profile. Yet again, I am truly nitpicking the living daylights out of things.
Everyone needs to watch this video, by the way. This video is epic. This is what I imagine my videos to be when I record, and yeah, they don't like this is it was just brilliant. It was like a movie trailer, just the way, just the music and everything. I mean, this was super impressive. Don't get me wrong, my video editor is amazing, but there's only so much she can do with my content, and she does make it like 10 times better. So I need to give her better content. Emma, did you have your hand up before? Did I see? No? Oh, Francesco? There was a hand up somewhere there.
Can you go up?
Yes, sure.
Yes. So first of all, great. One of the best profile pictures. I always say profile picture. I remember the old header. If you are watching this, Simon, and I liked that more because it looked more similar. It has like that green, that pink text. Very, very easy, saying 3 things that you were doing. And this looks a bit messy, a bit out of your character. I don't know why, but I prefer the last one. It's like when you have a new album and I say the previous one was better. And yes, and another thing that's a bit, not disturbing, but you say like software developer, okay, turn a startup founder. So maybe some developers can say, okay, so he's not a developer anymore. Instead, I think that you still code or you have a lot of stuff to do with coding, I think, still. So I don't know, maybe how do you say this in a different way? So I don't know if this is exactly the message that you want to give. Like you don't want to get followed by developers, but I think it's not that. By the way, that's just my impression. Like I'm a bit disappointed if I read like software developer turned into startup founder. So that's it.
I think it's I really like that. Like these things look so professional. Yeah. I need to get some tips from Simon as well on how he does these sorts of things. They're so good, and I can't close this. Why not? But yeah, I think there's always improvements to be made, right? And different perspectives are super important. Yeah. Before Graham talks, Naomi, are you still here? I'd love to review yours and give yours a shout out, but only if you're here and if you're okay with it. Graham, yes, you got hands up.
So I want to take back what I said about that video. Obviously, I know it's not related, but you are right, Eddie. That video is top tier and awesome. So it's definitely worth a pin for that. I'll have to see what the video leads to, but yeah, just ignore what I said about that one. But change that damn header; it's absolutely horrendous.
Poor Simon.
I was going to say we've done Naomi's earlier.
Did we?
We did it.
We didn't review it, did we?
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's time for me. Oh, we did. It's time for me to get a drink, and like maybe we end the live stream there. Yeah, I think all these lights.
Maybe she changed something, and she's asking to review it again.
No, it was me asking. Yes, it's my fault. Yeah. Oh, Naomi says you reviewed mine earlier. Oh my word, I completely forgot. So thank you all for being much more awake than I am.
It's getting late, Eddie.
We've been going for 3 hours. We talk about health. I think it's a good place to start. But I just love some closing notes from the people still here on stage. And I'm going to reshare your Twitter profiles again. So any closing notes, please unmute yourself and talk. And then while you're doing that, as you shared that, I'll share your Twitter handles. So closing notes. Graham, is your hand just always up? Like I just like, do you like have like a piece of string like holding
It's from going in so many spaces. I'm used to being the first with my hand up to make sure that you don't steal all my good ideas. So yeah, I just want to say thank you, Eddie. This has been a really fun live stream. I hope everyone who's been listening has got a load of value out of it. It's been great nerding out, because I don't want to steal Eddie's catchphrase, with everybody on a live stream together. And sorry, Eddie, I hope you don't mind a tiny selfless plug, but I'm on someone else's channel tomorrow at 4:30.
Whose
you
is
may
it?
have heard of him. His name's Franz something. So I'm on his channel at 4:30 tomorrow.
The Franz pineapple guy on pizzas. Okay,
yeah, that one. Yeah.
Okay. Francesco just disappears. Like, no, we make him cry every time. What time tomorrow? And Graham, you're a mod. Can you just drop a link to that in the chat, please, as well, to the actual live, not to Francesco's channel. Make it easy for everyone. Drop a link like directly to the live stream. They can set reminder and stuff.
If you find it, yes. Super excited. Let's do it.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much, Graham, for the closing note. Who's next?
Go, Emma.
Go on, Emma.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for coming to the stream. It's been really fun. I've already updated my Twitter handle.
Oh my god, it says account. I panicked for a second. Account doesn't exist. I was like, have I really hacked it by changing the HTML in inspector mode? It's like, shit, what have I done? Okay, so you've changed it. So it doesn't redirect.
No, it's now Emma Dawson Dev.
Emma. Oh, I spelled it wrong. I did a Graham Sawson. Emma Dawson Dev. Look at that, and you still got the same amount of followers. And I'm going to share that link for anyone, because the previous links now won't work.
But I'm still getting all my notifications for the previous one at the moment anyway. So it kind of half works. And I've also updated it on GitHub, so we'll see how that goes.
Awesome. There we go. Perfect. Great. Emma, thank you so much. And I'm glad you did the update. Graham's going to be super happy. He's gone very quiet, so I think he's updating his as well.
Sorry, I was going quiet because you said share a link, but I didn't have it handy, Eddie. So I've just been doing the round robin and trying to find it. So
have you found it?
For letting us share that.
Okay, perfect, brilliant. Sounds good. Okay, Francesco.
Yeah, thank you, Eddie. It's always a pleasure to do anything with you, literally. And I'm like that we made this. Maybe we could have reviewed more profiles, but I was expecting this because we chatted a lot. So like when I did this on my YouTube channel, I did this like really in I think I reviewed like 100. So I'm sorry if we didn't review some of yours, but your requests are still there. So we will do something about that. I'll try to see if we can do something, but it takes some time. Thank you for supporting this live stream. Thank you, Eddie, for organizing this. I really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, let's do this every day. I don't know. No, maybe
every day.
Right.
I don't know about every day.
But, yes.
But maybe we could do it regularly. I think so.
No, I mean, yeah, maybe not regularly. We can also maybe do this, on our YouTube channels. So Graham also starts a YouTube channel.
Yes.
And I think this is a great way for us to talk about something, but also it's useful. So since we stay a lot of time on Twitter, I've always seen like people. I think Danny started a Twitter space about Twitter reviews. So now it's the trend.
Oh, really? And, let's go raid them afterwards.
I noticed that. So yes. That's it, and we are sorry if we didn't review your profile, but no worries, because by the way, I think that even if we didn't review your Twitter profile, but just listening to us, many things can be reapplied to many profiles. So you can take something good out of this anyway. Thank you, Andy. And again, at 10 million followers, I'll make a giveaway.
Perfect. Thank you all so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching. This was definitely interesting. It's not the usual content I do, but I thought so many people asking and getting lots of DMs about it and so on. So I thought I've got a script, like points I want to go through on the video that I want to record today. But I thought, you know what, it'd be great to get different perspectives. I probably should update my script, I think, now as well, given that I've learned so much from all of you as well. Thank you so much. It's been 3 hours to the minute. So everyone, go get some rest. Thank you so much again. And I look forward to part 2.
Yeah, now I'm a bit scared because I said that I'll do a 12 hours live stream on Sunday. So I think that I need some preparation. mental and also physical. I'm running 20 kilometers every day because that will be a hard one. So let's see.
Yes, I think
me
it will
luck.
be maybe your first one and maybe your last one. That's hard. So good luck. We'll come and support.
Thank you,
definitely.
Eddie, for trusting me. You're always so supportive.
I always try and be supportive because you're also supportive. But yeah, I did 7 hours before and I never did it again. So
My
that's why
actual
I'm
max
saying that.
is 6 hours, so I'm double down.
Interesting. You did 6 and you're doing more. Okay, maybe you're more hardcore than me. Okay,
6
so
on Christmas Eve. I don't know if it adds something value.
everyone, thank you so much. It's a good place to call it a day. I want to bring up the countdown timer and I want to bring some messages on the screen. I feel bad for bringing messages on the screen because it covers Emma's face or whoever's at the bottom. So it was YK before, so I feel bad. So what I'll do is I did cover Emma's face again. So sorry, Emma. What I'm going to do is put the timer up. Anyone wants to stay on to say, I can say thank you to you privately after the live stream. If you need to go, feel free to drop off. Thank you all again so much. We'll do this again sometime. And I think it was helpful to everyone on stage as well as people in the audience. Everyone have a great day, evening, wherever in the world, and we'll see you all soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.